Oh my god, what's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? So yeah, because the schedule got all fucky because I couldn't get the card game video out in time. When was it? Sunday. Sunday I wanted it to be the box opening, and then Monday I wanted it to be the the pre-release stuff. But instead, um, late last night I decided. Well, was it last night? I don't remember when everything ended up uploading. I've been like pulling like consistent all-nighters to get this shit out, because I was really hyped about the card game, and I wanted to get it. I wanted to strike with the iron still hot, um, which is why it kind of messed with the schedule thing. So I have an episode that is like edited and ready to go. It hasn't uploaded yet. I'm just gonna upload it tomorrow. And so now I guess right for the meantime we're 2 days behind on it. Like each episode you're seeing is like 2 days in the past. I haven't filmed a new episode yet, but we did continue our run on the Z's. Let me just put them on screen. Why am I being ridiculous? So we continued our run on the Z's. So this is a somewhat of a spoiler. We have here a Jewel Beamon, which is pretty cool. I don't think she's too jazzed. I don't know what's going on here. I don't think she's gonna go any further. Seems like we might be hitting like a little Evo fail with this one. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, I don't know about that one. And then over here we have. Okay, maybe I just haven't been. Okay, I just haven't been paying attention to them. That's fine. Over here we have X Tyrannomon. Where is it? This is really hard to get used to, sorry. Okay. X Tyrannomon. X Tyrannomon's pretty cool. I complained about this when he was announced, but look at me here, enjoying his company. I like him, he's cute. And then last but not least, we have... Who the fuck is over here? Oh yeah, it's Shellmon. Who has not evolved yet. Although, it might not evolve, because I might not have hit any requirements for him. He's got 2 effort and a level 1. Maybe I need to grind with him. I don't know yet. Can Hoodymon evolve into Jewel B1? I don't know. I jogressed to get the Jewel Beamon, and I believe it was Cerberusmon and Gatomon. So yeah, I jogressed to get this. I didn't actually like get it normally, so I really don't know yet. Yo, what's up? Perfect timing. The other stream I was watching just ended. Oh, that's good. Who was it? I'm trying to pick a good time to stream. Seems like Tuesday is a really common day for a lot of people to stream, though. There's a lot of people that I know and I like watching who stream the same day. I think like Jobby the Hong. Oh yeah, you goddamn right I'm hacking the hatch. So yeah, that video didn't come out yet. I should have just made it upload today. I should have been a double upload today. But either way, we are hijacking this hatch. I forgot, it is officially the first. So yes, this hatch has been hijacked by your boy. So the theme still stays. It's still it's not gonna be like the snack hatch where it's that. It's different. So oh shit, give it a second. That'll come back. But either way, we're still keeping the theme of TVs and movies. So obviously the idea is that you stop to watch a movie. What I want for this hatch is either Digimon that have appeared in a movie, like a Digimon movie, like one of the movies specifically, which we have a lot of options now. I don't think, sadly, Locomon I think is on the next Z's, but still, that means Super Ultimates are allowed. So that means Omnimon. You can go for on the Z's, Agumon, Bond of Courage. You could go for maybe a Diaboromon, stuff like that. Digimon that have actually appeared in movies, but also a Digimon that's like based on a movie you like. Just like the last movie hatch we did fairly recently. I think that was a couple seasons ago. That's the idea. We will be having a hatch in war, or not a hatch. This is obviously the hatch. We'll obviously be having a we'll have a sorry, just making sure the audio's right. We will be having a tournament in World. I don't know when yet. I gotta figure all that out. I didn't know that there was going to be any gaps in this hatch period. There's 2, which means we will be having 2. That's the plan. So yeah, start hatching today. I'm not ready yet because these aren't dead. These don't count. But I'm almost done with all these runs anyway, and I don't feel like running another device. I want to keep running with the Z's, so we'll figure something out with the Z's as we go along. But that's what I'm going to use. One of the Z's are going to be entered in the tournament once we get to that point. Again, if you yourself, you have a, you can be whatever you want. What's up, Omega Scourge? Also, what's up, everyone? I don't think I properly said hi to everyone. Thank you, everyone who's watching right now. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. Tuesday is always the stream day. I know, though, I don't always make those streams, but yeah. I don't think Diaboromon is in any of the VPATs except maybe the Digivice Armageddonmon's on the PC. Oh yeah, Armageddonmon, that's a nice one. Diaboromon X, I will allow. Because you're right, I don't think Diaboromon normally, the normal Diaboromon is on any devices. But I will allow, Diaboromon X, if that's all you can produce. Omnimon X. Actually, Omnimon X counts because he was in the X Evolution movie, so. That's the idea. I don't like adding, hard line, restrictions, because I just feel like, these things are going to be a fucking mess anyway, so, if anyone can pretty much enter whatever they want, makes it funner. It's probably still going to be one-ofs where, best 1 out of 1, because, just with the little bit of people we had, that took a while to get away, to get around. There will still be a loser's bracket. Like I said, I will be making a challenge page for this soon. I'll pick a day and a time. It'll probably be on a Tuesday, so we can stream it, just like last time. So just know that if you're going to sign up, you're going to need to have your Tuesdays open around this time is when it's going to be. It seems to be the sweet spot for everyone as far as streaming. I know my overseas fans, this is a nice time, either sometime later in the morning or earlier in the night, either or. So it's I'm pretty happy with it. 8 o'clock is the start time. Currently have a Bakemon. Oh, I like Bakemon. Wait, on the Pen Z? Which device do you have that on? But yeah. So I really didn't feel like busting out all the stuff, and well, I already did bust out all the stuff enough for the stream. But I don't, I don't feel like playing World today. Not that, I don't like World or anything. I love playing it. I'm just not in the mood right now. I didn't. Oh, no. What's the new update? I didn't hear about this. I'll go for Omnimon X, then I'm waiting for a chance to run Plesionomon X again. Oh, that's nice. Hold on. Because I didn't even know there was a new World update. Maybe we will go into World. Maybe we will. Okay, let's see here. Hold up. Oh, wow, yeah, look at this. Hold on. Okay, so I'm downloading it right now. Give me a second. I'll read off the news stuff. I feel like Tuesday's always the day he updates it. It's so funny. Let me see the room decorated for Christmas. Oh yeah, I should really start decorating. I forgot. I gotta start getting some Christmas stuff brought up here. Actually, I gotta take this out. Gotta decorate for Christmas. Yeah, I'll have everything decorated for Christmas. Probably tomorrow. This week for sure. I'm slacking. Back on 20th. Oh, it sucks. Excuse me. Hopefully your Z comes soon. Oh yeah, I did. Well, yesterday at 1:15, like that's technically today. Anyway, let's see here. Added 3 new cosmetics, including Neo Devimon's wings. That's sick. A new gacha called Devi Gacha. Renamed Gacha 001 to Bancho Gacha 001. So the Bancho had you now have to get through the gacha. Thank God I got that before that. Fixed Mara hands, bug fixes, and various things. PvP rankings is fixed for now. Ooh. Wait, there's an OS X version of World now? I didn't know that we had it available on Apple. It's cool. Okay. Let's see here. COVID's got my brain screwed up. Feel like it's September. I, for the longest time, still felt like it was February. It's kind of nuts that it's already December, honestly. Pretty crazy. The Rona got us all fucked up, honestly. Truly. Okay. Let's pick everything up. Oh yeah, the run on the mini is done. Magnangemon died at Evo Field quite a while ago. I'm pretty sure most of you figured that out by now. So yeah. As far as the background, my actual background, I don't think I'm gonna put any Christmas shit up here, but the set, we're gonna put some Christmas stuff up here for sure. My mom has a shit ton of Christmas decorations that are not being put up this year because we just don't have the room for it. So I'm gonna put some in here. It'll be nice and Christmassy and stuff. It'll look really cute. I just gotta pick some stuff though. You know, I wanna pick my favorites. Couldn't fit a lot of Halloween stuff in here during Halloween because there just wasn't enough room. So I just gotta find the room for it. But yeah, we'll fix that. Don't worry. I don't know about a Christmas tree. I used to have a small Christmas tree. I have no fucking clue where it is. And it wouldn't fit in my room the way my room is set up right now. What do you think about the Frozen 2 movie? I thought it was okay. It's not as good as the first one, but it's okay. I know a lot of people really, really hate it. I don't think it's that bad. It's an okay sequel. It's not like a bad sequel. It's just like okay. I think it was cool that you know Anna is like a queen now, so now we have 2 Disney princesses that become queens. I find that interesting. But yeah, it was okay. I didn't hate it. I like the music. I think the music was really good this time. But obviously, I mean, I heard about the behind the scenes of this movie where they rushed the shit out of it for some weird reason. Like I don't know why they haven't been working on this for like years before. Like obviously they had to make a sequel to Frozen at some point, but the fact that they like steamrolled the sequel real quick in like a year and a half, like that's nuts. Hopefully if we get a 3rd movie, which I'm pretty sure we will, hopefully they'll take some more time with it and it can be even better. I think if they really give them some time, the creative team that's working on those movies can make something really, really good, just like the first movie. I'd love to see a sequel to Moana, though, if we're making sequels now, of the recent Disney movies and this new recent Disney era. I don't know what people call this Disney era, but I would love to see a Moana, too. Moana 1 was so good. I would love to see that character again and see what they can do with her. Then again, maybe not, because the first one's just so good. But, yeah, that's how I feel about it. No decom support yet. Okay, fair enough. But at least some people can play it. Do you remember? Oh, yeah. Man. September does feel like yesterday now. Jesus Christ. I feel like I was just celebrating my 25th birthday. Might hatch the Eevee today. Ooh. That's not a bad idea. I like that. That's cute. Oh, you know what else? You know what else is a really, really amazing option? The Tachi, the Mothra Tamagotchi, and the version 5 eggs on the Digimon 20th, because they all look like Godzillas. Garurumon died since I needed the batteries for Eevee, and he had to go father. Oh, poor thing. I gotta buy LR44s. I don't have any LR44s right now, so I can't run any of my classic devices, which makes me a sad boy, because I want to run some of my older ones. The 5th of November. Man. But yeah, this is the stream today. Like I said, I'm probably not gonna play World. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. I really wish I could get my capture device to work on my shitty laptop. I don't think my laptop can just process the amount of data that gets pushed through. Cause like I have the capture device. I showed it off before. It's one of these cheaper codec or video capture devices. The input's HDMI and it just goes into a USB 3.0 port. I have USB 3.0 ports on my computer, but you know it gets a signal, but the gameplay is super laggy. It's like real bad, dude. Maybe if I did like a splitter, maybe it would be less shit, but I don't know. I'm waiting on some new screws from Japan before I run them off her again. I think she keeps getting reset because one of them is missing and the other one's buggered. Oh, that sucks. I'm happy they at least sell the proper screws. I want to. I want them to start selling like modern screws because I need some modern screws. That would really help. They're coming with the Wind Guardians and the Pendulum Z, if I'm right. Aren't the Wind Guardians coming out like in January? When is Wind Guardians coming out? Yeah, that's super whack. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully they get it soon. I mean, they're backordering with Japan. You want they seem to get it within like the first like a couple weeks, but it does take some time. I think the version 5 was planned as a Godzilla V-Pad and then something fell through and they just turned it into a Digimon V-Pad. I'm pretty sure. It's or at least those sprites were planned on like a bigger Godzilla V-Pad and they just like scrapped it and then used it on the Digimon. I think you actually already missed it. I think the wave 2 pre-orders are passed. I think the period is passed. I think you might be able to still get it on the American Premium Bandai site, but as far as the Japanese Premium Bandai site, I'm pretty sure they're done. Because I was gonna buy some more and then found out that they're pretty much gone, which is a bummer because I only got one of them. I still got one at least to show off on the channel, but I do really want to get Wind Guardians. I really want to get Virus Busters. I know I was talking mad shit about it, but I still want it. Yeah. Let's see here. Okay. Alright. Wave 2 comes out in March. Okay. Damn, March is going to be another fucking busy month for... Well, Digimon's really going to be a busy time right now, because... This card game, guys, like, I'm addicted. It's really bad. Like, you guys need to see the amount of cards I have right now. It's really bad. I'm about to buy some more, too. Wave 2 comes out in March. Wait, hold on. Any plans to do a custom shell for any of the Pen Z? For the Pen Z? No. For the Pen 20th? Maybe. Available on Amazon. That's pretty cool. It's probably a third-party seller, though. No, I buy all my V-Pets from Japan You Want, so they usually come straight from Japan. I either use from Japan or Japan You Want. That's usually what I go through. There are stores that like sell V-Pets in the Malaysian area if you're looking for it. Definitely seek out the DigiDestin Malaysia Facebook group if you're in Malaysia. That's like the best. They share resources, memes, everything, and they even sell to each other on there too. So I would check that out for sure if you're in the Malaysian area and you're looking to get V-Pets. What was I gonna say? Oh man, I was talking about something. Pendulum Z's, I think it was. Oh yes, custom shells. I want to get one for my 20th. How much is a V-Pet from Japan? Depends. If you're getting it from Japan, it's gonna cost you quite a bit because you gotta buy it and then they gotta send it to you. So it's a middleman service. If you're getting it from Japan You Want, that's gonna be probably like $60 US. That's usually around the price you have to pay for them. Yeah, I mean, I think yeah. Thinking about getting I want to get a custom shell for sure for like the 20ths, because I have some extra yellow 20th still, because I bought that like whole box, and I kept a couple, one to keep in box and another one to to do like a custom shell, so I can do a video on opening up the 20th, at least the American version, because it is different, and reshelling it. The English 20th are the easiest to reshell because the speaker is not attached. You don't have to fuck with that, which is good. Took one of my Pen Z's and the pocket to work, and there's already a tiny chip in the design. It's way more fragile than I thought. I already had a feeling it was going to be like that. I don't like carrying them in my pockets very much, but then again, it's bound to happen, sadly. Do a top coat now if you really want to preserve it. You know what I think? I think the guy from Bandai Asia who invented hit clashing in the SEA rights is transferred to Bandai Japan, and he said they should make the grinding in Stage Z not give EXP. Yeah, it's really weird. So the grinding stage, for those of you that are looking for it, it's definitely Area 21. And it doesn't give you EXP code like the other grind areas in the DMX did. My working theory is they wanted us to work harder to get to level 10. It just makes it a lot more of a pain in the ass, especially if you're running 3. It's really hard to get everyone to level 10. It's been increasingly difficult, but I'm trying. Someone mentioned you could play the card game on Tabletop Simulator. I booted it up. It looks legit. I would like to be a good practice. Works in VR too. Yeah, I have Tabletop Simulator, but I've said this before. I am really, really monkey-brained. I need to basically play the card game first and get used to playing it like that before I start using simulators. That's how I was with Yu-Gi-Oh! That's how I am with card games in general. I have to know how the game works physically before I start using it in like a digital type of way. There's another thing that people use called Octagon, OGTCN. It's not like actually spelled out. It's like Octagon spelled like that. And Jabberjohn told me about it, and I was looking into it, but like I didn't download it yet. I might still get it. But like I said, it's just hard for me to play a game like that and not know how it fucking works physically. I don't know why I'm like that. I'm very hands-on. I have to actually play it. And now that I've actually played it, I'm looking into starting to do that. But still, I'd rather do like webcam matches and shit, because that looks cool too. I gotta sign up now that I'm thinking about it. I have to sign up for the webcam tournament that they're doing soon. Bandai's gonna have a webcam tournament for the Digimon card game. You have to use only American cards though. Okay, more questions. Someone mentioned you could play the card. No, I already read that one. Malaysia online store, they sell customs a year. That's cool. Oh, there you go. Congrats, Flame. Why Pendulum Z need to collect meat? It's just an optional. It's an optional item. It just makes it so that you can feed them quicker. Because half a heart counts for eat. Every time you feed them meat, it's only half a heart now. But if you give them a big meat, it's like fills the whole thing up without having to mash the button. Stickers for V. Send me a link to that store if you can. If you can message me on like Discord or something, send me a link to the Malaysian store that sells stickers. That sounds pretty cool. I just realized, why don't connection battles give XP on the DMXs and the Pendulum Z? That would be dope. I know, it's so weird. It's just so weird. I don't know why. I don't get it. That kind of pissed me off when I found that out. I do not know Muslim. I'm not Muslim personally. Oh, hold on. Got another water bottle over here. There's a Digimon TCG. Yeah. I've used that. I mean, that's the point of that, is to teach you how to play the game. Although even that one, I don't think that's. It's good to teach you the rules, but it's not good to teach you like the little itty bitty rules when you're actually playing the game. It's also not very good with learning it's good at learning the flow, but the way they have the board set up on the mobile game is different than you have the board set up in front of you. So that kind of confused me. But it is a good app, and I hope they do add the other decks, because we are going to get the green, black, and purple deck in America in March, which is why I was saying earlier, March is going to be a super busy month for Digimon, because we're going to be getting the Pendulum Zs, the 4th set of the Digimon TCG, so like literally back to back. So version 1.0 is dropping in January, right? February, we're getting version 1.5, which is the rest of set 2 and 3 that we didn't get. Well, set 1, 2, and 3 that we didn't get in this first box. Then in March, we're getting the set 4, which is the newest set, and it's just going to be set 4, and then we're all caught up with the Japan. And also that month is also when we're going to be getting the 3 starter decks. And I'm definitely buying a black starter deck. I'm buying 2 of those. The green and the purple, it's a big maybe. I don't know if there's anything in there that I really, really would need. But then again, why not? I already have all 3 of the other ones. Which I did an opening of the 2 starter decks. It's going to come out tomorrow, I guess. It's like an update video. I talk about Project VB because they updated that. I talk about all this, the BPET stuff, and then I also talked about, just briefly touched on, the pre-release event and how fun it was, and then also, I opened up, like I said before, the starter decks. I bought red first, and then I got yellow, and I got blue as well, because why not? They're only $10, and they come with a booster, and right now there's no really way to buy individual boosters. So, and also you're better off buying those because I think it's like a 1 in 3 chance of you getting a super rare or a secret rare, and I actually pulled a secret rare, which is awesome. So yeah, the booster packs in the starter decks are like really, really good. They're weighted in your favor. So again, that's really good. And I pulled some packs from that in that video as well. So yeah. In Malaysia, many expensive digibuys. I mean, what the fuck? Well, I mean, the 1.8 is expensive anywhere. Not even in Malaysia. That's just like a super duper rare device. That was only... I don't even think we finally figured out what it was used for exactly, but everyone's working theory is that the 1.8 devices is what, like, people... like, tournament organizers and people who organize the D1 tournaments. That's the digivice that they were given from Bandai. Which is why it's so rare, because Bandai would usually ask for it back. And it was never supposed to be released to the public, but then some of them just kind of ended up out there, which is why when you start up a 1.8, you can kind of pick whatever Digimon you want, and also pick whatever like jog wrestling partner you want, because that was another thing about the D1s is apparently like they allowed you to like jog rest before the tournament, and so the tournament organizers had like certain, they had that 1.8 so they can bring up a jog rest partner for you and help you out, which is interesting. But yeah, that shit is it's expensive no matter where you even in Japan, like when they show up on like Yahoo auctions and stuff, it's like super expensive. I think that's always gonna be an expensive card. Is Apocalypmon, Fanglongmon, and Armageddonmon optimal evolutions? I really don't know. I don't think we know any of the power levels yet. I don't think Humulus has released that information yet. I'm pretty sure by now he knows. He just, maybe he has released the information yet, but as far as I know right now, I don't think we know who's like the strongest. If I had to guess, I want to say maybe Fanglongmon is probably the strongest one out of all of them, and then maybe Armageddonmon, then Apocalypmon. But I mean, you definitely want to go for a Super Ultimate if it's allowed in a tournament ever. Because they're usually stronger than the other Digimon that are below it. Have a grand total of 1 new Digimon card. It's the Gazimon that came with the Penzi. It's probably get 2 more with the Wave 2. Oh yeah, I only got 1. It was the Chumon that's in the background because I got 2 together. And I bought the other one, the Nightmare Soldiers one from Japan, and they don't throw in extras with their stuff, sadly. But they do come quick, so there's that. Digivice D3, D1 is still the best. Which one do you like, the Pendulum or the D1? I actually never owned the original Digivice. I had a cousin that had one, and I just never, like, asked him for it, because, like, he didn't care about it. Like, he was over Digimon, because he was, like, a lot older. And he owned one, and I just never, like, asked him for it, which I totally should have. But I play with it, and it's fun, but I don't know. It depends. They're different devices. Like, the Digivices and the VPETs are, like, pretty much different. I like raising VPETs now that I'm older more than just the Digivice. When I was younger, I liked the Digivices more because, it's like a game and stuff like that. But it gets kind of stale after a while. I think the VPETs, there's always something new to come back to. So I like the VPETs more. How does mail tracking work with Japan you want? They usually send you the tracking number, and then you just copy and paste it into Google, and it'll send you the stuff. Like, they give you the information. That's usually how it works, at least. If it's being processed, that means they probably haven't shipped it out yet, so there's no tracking number yet. So just keep an eye on it. Drug racing would be good since the pen OGs could evo fail regardless of how well you raise them. Yeah, in relation to the 1.8, yeah, I think that was the idea. But yeah, Alphamon versus Omegamon 20th. Who's gonna win? I don't know. I think Alphamon is stronger than Omegamon on the 20th, but I could be wrong about that. I'd have to check the thing. Plus, base power stats don't really mean much because there's still an element of RNG in the newer devices. Like their weight, their effort, other stuff like that affects if they're gonna win or not. Also, of course, your count. So I don't know. I think it could be either. Personally, I like Alphamon more than Omnimon. That's just me. Oh, that's what you're asking. I misread optional as optimal. I need some sleep. I pulled a really bad all-nighter last night just trying to get that fucking video this morning out, and it barely got any views. If you didn't see the pre-release video, go watch it, please. If you didn't like it, let me know why you didn't like it. Cause I thought it was pretty good, and it's sitting on very little views right now. It's kind of a shame. But then again, whenever you try something new, that's usually what happens. I'm not gonna stop it. But yes, they are optional. I'm stupid. If you get a care mistake or just not evolve them all the way to level 10, they will not go super mega. It's only an optional thing. Then again, I think only certain evolutions can go super mega. But we don't know that for sure yet. But my Dundevimon never evolved into anything else. Maybe I have to unlock Apocalypse or Armageddonmon. I don't know. I have no idea. Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. Maybe I'm almost that tired, honestly. For example, if you go for Lilymon, you Evo fail, you could just use Daramon instead. I haven't played around with the colors yet, sadly. Right now, I've only played red, like in real life at least. I've seen how yellow and blue work so far. I'm thinking of making a yellow deck. I'm thinking of making a blue deck. Sorry, I was gonna burp. I want to make a lot of decks. I'm like 100% fully invested in this game. I really want to. I want to just play a lot of decks. I picked red. I like red because it's really aggro, and stacking security +1 is fucking hilarious. My deck wasn't really made for that win condition though when I upgraded it during the pre-release event, so I lost a lot because I just couldn't get what I wanted. But I just built a new red deck, so I'm gonna check and see how it works sooner than later. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing red. Red's, like I said, pretty aggro, and I find it quite fun. That's the one I gravitated towards first. But I don't mind trying to run yellow because yellow with its security kind of replenishing capabilities is very interesting. Right now, the biggest deck I'm trying to make right now is a green Tyrannomon deck. I am almost done with it. I can actually show you guys what I got going on so far. It's not good yet. I was doing some playtesting and I keep getting stuck with rookies. Like I accidentally ended up making like a rookie rush deck. I don't want to run that. I want to run like a Tyrannomon deck. I want it to work like a Tyrannomon deck. I want to be able to get Tyrannomon out as my boss monster. That's kind of the point. And I also want to play with suspending Digimon. So the point of this is trying to suspend Digimon and also try to flood the field. So let me show you. This is the work in progress. It's not sleeved yet because I'm still swapping cards out and shit. Because there's going to be a 1K tournament at Computer and Gaming Universe again. And I might join that. Again, it's up in the air because I said it in, I think, my video that's going to come out tomorrow. There was quite a few people there that weren't wearing masks, and it made me very uncomfortable. Like, they had it, but it was, like, underneath their chins. Like, why just put the fucking thing on? So it was very awkward, and I didn't like that being in an area like that for a long period of time is not good. Even though I was wearing 2 masks, it's not optimal. You don't want to be doing that. So if that's going to happen again, I'm probably not going to be entering that 1K tournament, sadly. But I do want to enter in the webcam tournament. So I would like to enter a green Tyrannomon deck, or my green, whatever the hell it's going to evolve into, deck soon. There's someone selling some commons and uncommons for like $30, like a lot of them. I'm going to be buying it because I need more babies. I only have 2 babies right now, and that's not optimal. So yeah. Did you see the other sneak peek? I did not. What are you talking about? Please explain to me. Like with the card game, with the Project VB, there's so many sneak peeks happening right now. I'm like having a hard time getting my head wrapped around it. But let me know. What is it? Any news about the English release the Pen 20th? Or any news about the countdown happening? So the news with the countdown happening, if you go back to the website, the egg hatches and there is a silhouette. It looks like it's a rookie type Digimon that hatched from an egg, which is weird. But yeah, VB probably stands for virtual beat, but the beat might be a heartbeat. So people are thinking that this new VPET might have some kind of fitness tracking capabilities, which is weird to say the least. And as far as Pendulum 20 is coming out in English, we have heard nothing. Bandai might actually have been just talking about the Pendulum Z's. That's still up in the air. I haven't been in contact with my Bandai representative anytime soon. It's kind of like a they get to me first type deal. So, yeah. Yeah, that's all we know right now. Oh yeah, with the silhouette, or is there like a new one? Like did they update it again for like another time? Because I saw the silhouette, but if there's another new one, I'm gonna check that out like right now. Let's move the camera down real quick so you can see what's going on. All right, so I'm thinking of running 1 Tanemon and then 3 of the Freemon, because Freemon, his ability or their ability is you get plus 2,000 DP if your opponent has 2 or more suspended Digimon. So that, again, that's the idea I want to go for with this deck, is that we're constantly suspending the opponent's Digimon so we can pop off different effects. Releasing a Fitbit during a pandemic sounds like a bad idea in my opinion. I'm pretty sure that they've had this idea for a while, but definitely if it is like a kind of Fitbit type thing, I do think it's a bad idea. I don't think it's a good idea at all either. We'll see what happens. Let me get all my option cards out. I was like play testing this, so like nothing's set up properly. The silhouette. Oh, okay. I was hoping there was another update. Releasing a Fitbit. Oh yeah, Fitbit Digivice VPET sounds like trash. I agree. I don't like the idea either. I mean, I'm willing to try new things, but I'm not crazy about the idea of a Fitbit VPET. Like, if you have to like fucking like, if you have to like, I don't know, your heartbeat. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like the idea, but we'll see what happens. I mean, hey, to each their own. If you like it, that's fine. I mean, I need to be a more active person anyway. If Digimon's gonna be the thing that pushes me, that's great. But again, we're still in a pandemic, so it's not much you can do. So yeah. Let's start with Tamers because that's easier to suss out of the deck. Give me a second, y'all. Just trying to get this all together. Okay, so currently, the idea is we got 2 Taiga and 2 Mimi. Mimi's got a really cool effect where if it's a level 5 or higher, the next snack hatch is fitness themed. Oh my god. I don't know if anyone can help you with donations right now. I mean, we're all struggling right now, buddy. I'm sorry. VB counted steps. It would be optimal. I'd be down. But if it required to go run a mile, then nah. That's how I feel. If it's like a predominant, like an adventure VPAT, or an adventure Digivice, like, whatever, that's fine. But if you need to like run a mile, you have to have your heart rate a certain rate or some shit like that. I don't know, man. I don't know. Mimi's effect is if you have a level 5 or higher, you can pretty much do your hatching phase again, which is nuts, and I love that. Which is why I need a bunch of babies to properly playtest this, because then we can kind of flood the field. Level 3s we have. Holding out for a Digimon Dance Dance Revolution hybrid device. Digimon techno beep sounds. Digimon X Hatsune Miku Dance Dance Revolution knockoff. Well, didn't Digimon and Hatsune Miku have an actual like legit like crossover recently for like Try? So like it's not too far off. Doesn't Miku have her own rhythm game too? And I think Butterfly might be in that rhythm game, so we're almost there. 4 Agumon. Alright, right. Mimi waifu and Try. You know, Try really turned me around on Mimi's character. I liked her a lot in Try. Digimon X Hatsune Miku. Oh, yeah. There's a figure of. I don't know if there was a figure, but I know for sure that there was a crossover, and they did make like a Hatsune Miku like dressed up in some kind of. It was like a Hatsune Miku. She was like dressed up in some kind of Digimon thing. I don't know if they ever made a figure of it. I wouldn't be surprised though. Could actually make them. Oh yeah, 100% this bad idea could 100% be a real thing. It was definitely a picture. There might be a figure too. I would not be surprised. Can a Digimon block more than once? No. Unless they have the reboot ability. When you block a Digimon, they're set to active, or they're suspended, right? So when you block, you tilt it to the side, it's suspended. It stays like that until your unsuspend phase, which is on like, so if you block, it's on their turn. So you have to wait till your unsuspend turn to unsuspend the Digimon and make it active again. So I think unless you have like reboot or whatever it's called in the American version, you cannot suspend more than once, or you can't block more than once. Okay, so for some stupid ass reason, I'm running 4 Mushroomon. I don't really think this deck needs 4 Mushroomon. In my playtesting, I feel like we have entirely too many level 4s. And it's a problem because I have Jagamon here, and Jagamon is really for level 4s to go into level 5. And if there's too many level 3s that you're drawing, that's never going to resolve. I was having an issue with that. currently tracking my Penzi. All right. Mimi being good in Try was the result of her being one of the main characters of Part 2, which was the only good Try movie. Which was only the Try movie that was actually good. Again, Part 1 and 2 and 3, I really, really like. The first half is great. Second half is where it drops off for me. But I do agree. Part 2 is really good. And her being the central point of that movie, along with Joe, made me like and appreciate both their characters a lot. It's really weird because Try did such a good job with those two characters, yet it feels like with everyone else's arc, it was not as good. It's funny, like the main established characters, I feel like they kind of mishandled them, but when it comes to these kind of second lower rung characters, that didn't really get that much, they didn't really flesh out that much in the original series, they got such good development in Try. It's kind of funny. Are there any limits to how long... Wait, how many total cards you can have in your deck? Yes, it's a hard limit of 50. I don't think you can have any less or any more. It's a hard 50, which is very weird. Usually that's like a minimum and a maximum. Digimon, it's 50. You can't have more than 50. Can't have less than 50. Some of the others weren't terrible, but 2 is the only one that I would consider particularly good. I would agree with you. So in this game, do you ever get stuck with cards in your hand that are too expensive to play? Is there a way to cycle cards? There's no mulligan, so you cannot like cycle your starting hand. And so far, there's no cards that can like recycle or reshuffle your hand. There are cards that allow you to draw in the blue deck. It's really good on draw power. And purple, you can pitch cards into the trash and then like take them out of the trash to play or put in your hand. So yeah, if you're stuck with a bum hand and they're too expensive to play, what you're gonna have to do, like if you start at 0 at the start of the game, right now you start at 3, I think at all times, or it starts at 0 and then you go to 3. Either way, you have to like you can only go if it's at 0 and you have an 11 cost card. You can't play that. You have to wait until your next turn where you have 3, because then you have 13 spots. Then you can play that at cost 11 card. But then it'll go over to their side. So it's a back and forth as far as resource management and, you know, how much a card costs and if you can pay that cost while it's still being your turn so you can do something. Recently, I was trying to get Tyrannomon and Centaurmon last week, and today I'm going to lay off the Viva 20th until Christmas break. Try is better after watching Kazuna. Still haven't seen Kazuna. I'm planning on doing that. Maybe we'll watch it all together on the Discord or something. But I want to watch it myself first. Maybe I'll do that tonight. I keep saying that every fucking stream, but I think maybe tonight I'm finally gonna do it. How old are you? I'm currently 25. I'm very old now. Hope that Project VB is an app. I really hope there's some app that connects to it, like the new Tamagotchis. Jagamon, hell yeah. Pokemon versus Digimon, which is the best? They both have pros and cons. I like both of them. DG's here, everybody. DG, our card game expert. He's going to probably going to tell me how horrible this deck is, because it is pretty horrible. I'm fixing it currently, just showing it off at its current state. Thanks for stopping by, Gigi. And Smash Potatoes is I want that to be the crutch of this deck, but I can't get it to resolve in all my playtesting so far. Pokemon vs Digimon, who's gonna win? I'm not gonna answer that. Jagamon is such a good boy. He is, and he's the evolution of Tortomon. So I'm repping him, you know. Also, green is my favorite color. So, did you put a? No, there's no tamer name on the Penzi, sadly. Also, how about you complete the arena? In the Penzi, I don't have a strong enough Digimon yet. I'm planning on doing it, but just not yet. No for both from what I've seen. Haven't finished the Coliseum, but it doesn't seem to unlock anything from what I've heard. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it unlocks anything so far. I think the Coliseum is pretty long on this one. Even though you're only stuck to 3 rounds, it's still like 40 something like areas. And I'm running 3 devices at the same time, so like it's hard to keep everyone at the same pace. It's kind of annoying. I beat the Coliseum and it doesn't unlock anything. The last few arenas are really cool. I heard that. Someone recently, I think it was also JJ Rambles that told me. But a couple people have been telling me that like the arena, like towards the end of the arena, it's like really, really, like there's a lot of cool shit they show off in that. Alright, so that was one of my level 4. So we have 4 Agumon, 4 Mushroomon for some degenerate ass reason. I don't remember what the reason was. But we have 4 of them. We have 2 Goblinmon because he's really cheap. 0 cost to evolve. 2 cost to play. Not bad. 50 areas. God damn. Yeah, 2 Goblinmon. 2 Tentomon, because he's another pretty cheap 0 cost Digimon. When attacking, his inheritable seals, and when attacking, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon with 3,000 DP or less. And then we have Kokuomon. We only have 2 of those, though. And this is only good if you're getting up to level 6s. So far, I've not been able to consistently do that on this deck, so it's not really useful at the moment. Oh yeah, I definitely, don't worry, Flame. I'm gonna beat the Coliseum, but I want to do it also on camera. I've done that for the past couple devices. I like showing that off, especially because after the 20th, beating the Coliseum is a bit more of like a thing that they actually kind of reward you for. At least it gives you like a little thing that shows you're the champion. That's fun. But I will do it on camera. Don't worry. 50 areas. God damn. The rarest Digimon thing you have. I think mine is probably a piece of film from season 1. That's pretty sick. I don't think I own anything like cells or anything like that, but I don't know really the rarest thing I have. Maybe the Pendulum X. That's pretty hard to find. Just over there. Maybe the Pendulum X. I don't know. I don't really. Personally, I don't know. I had one of the Omnimon toys, but it's broken because they all fucking break because the plastic they used for it. I mean the Digivolving Omnimon. I had that, and my Wagurumon part broke, which is a common place for it to break. And that's pretty rare, but if it's not complete, so it's worth nothing. The D-Arc Ultimate, that's also pretty rare, but again, not really worth anything. And then that's all I can really say. I don't really know. I don't keep track of how rare things have gotten. Sadly, I have a Neo. That's pretty rare. I have a Neo version 2. That's actually pretty hard to find now. So those are some of the rarer things I have in my collection. Is the OG Pen and Pen 20th what? Oh, in the OG and Pen and 20th, what are some of the trash Digimons? Definitely on the OG, I consider Tortomon and Dragamon Trashmon, because they dump them on you when you don't get enough. Like, usually Trashmon are either super obvious, where they're like, you know, like a Numemon, a Sukamon, Raremon, they're pretty obvious ones. But then the ones that are less obvious are the ones that like you are given when you don't reach any requirements. That's also kind of like a Trashmon. So at least a version 1 that I know for sure, that's Tortomon, that's Jagamon. They're kind of like trash joke type Digimon. As far as the other ones, I really don't know. I'd have to look at the rosters and see who would count. Because really, what dictates as a Trashmon, I just completely... it's kind of open. I just... You know, they're not as obvious on the V-Pets. Like the OG V-Pets, they're not as obvious, in my opinion. And nowadays, they're really not that obvious either. Unless, you know, it's flat out like an evolution for Numemon, or an evolution for Raremon, or, I mean, an evolution for Numemon, or like Sukamon, or something like that. Are there any action cards that let you delete your opponent's Digimon? There are quite a few. If you're running red, there's Gaia Force. It's a cost 8, but if it's a security card, you can play it for free, and that can just delete any opponent's Digimon. It's a pop, no matter what, doesn't matter. I think one for green is... Do I have the green one? I don't have it on me. I have it somewhere around here. There's a green one, and the green one, you can also just pop a Digimon. But yes, there are quite a few option cards that let you delete your opponent's Digimon. But I think right now only red and green have one. I think maybe some other decks might have one. Well, red and green definitely do. Yellow, you can delete a Digimon if you like lower its DP enough. Is there any action? Oh no. Imagine if they added fading status on the TCG. Fading status? What do you mean? Is that like a card game term? Because I'm not really good with card game terms. Okay, level 4s. Let's see the level 4s here. Level 4s, level 4s, level 4s, level 4s. Where are my level 4s at? Okay. Okay. Alright. Here are the level 4s. Guess what? You'll never guess who we're running 4 of. This is a Tyrannomon deck, so we're running 4 Tyrannomon. That I'm not changing, because if I don't run any Tyrannomons in this deck, Taiga is a completely useless tamer. So Taiga's... the whole thing about Taiga is that all your Digimon with Tyrannomon in the name gain Piercing. And Piercing is when you attack an opponent's Digimon, you just attack a security card. And also your turn, when involving a Digimon into a card with Tyrannomon in its name, you suspend the tamer and reduce the cost by 1 of the Digivolution, which is good, because that means you're spending less on evolutions. So that's staying for sure. That I'm okay with. Then we have... This is another one that I'm pretty okay with, too, that I'm playing 4 of. Is Goblinmon. Goblinmon is good because he has Jamming. Jamming means if you do a security check and the Digimon and the security card is a Digimon, it doesn't matter. This won't get deleted from that. This is a really great card. I'm definitely running 4 of these. It's only 4,000, but it's still good. That I'm not changing for sure. Again, I think the only thing I would change in this deck so far is the obscene amount of rookies that are on here. I think there's just too many, and we need more level 4s. Really, more level 5s, so the level 4s can go into. And then for the rest of the level 4s, we have 1 copy of Togemon, because I only have 1 copy, and 3 copy of the Kabuterimon. Kabuterimon's not horrible. He's 5,000 DP, and his inheritable skill is really what we have him for, because your turn you get 1,000 for each, 1,000 DP for each suspended Digimon. And again, the idea for this deck that I want to do is that the win condition is suspend all the Digimon, right? And get DP from that, / with Piercing, I'm just able to like rack up security cards like losses and also wipe the boards. That's the idea. That's the win condition. So those are the level 4s. And then let's get to level 5s. Now level 5s that I'm running 4 of. Let's see here. Give me a second here. Okay. So level 5s, we're running 4 of ya boy. Actually, no, we're not. We're only running 3. I don't have a 4th one. I would run 4 if I could. But then again, I think 3 is enough. We're running 3 Dragamon. Multicolored decks would be more of a thing. So when attacking, reveal the 3 cards in your deck. And you can Digivolve this card into 1 green level 6 for not free, but free. You just get a level 6 for free. I'm not running enough level 6s for this to really pop off. My playtesting, I wasn't getting that to pop off enough, but that's a great card. You have enough megas in your deck, you can literally get a free mega if they're at least stacked. But I need more level 6s, which I'm planning on getting more of soon. The next 4 of, obviously, because this is a Tyrannomon deck, we have Metal. Tyrannomon, he is a cost, what is he, cost 2 to evolve, cost 7 to drop. Again, right here, his inheritable skill, pretty good when this Digimon deletes one of your opponent's Digimon that's level 6 or higher, you can unsuspend it immediately. So if we can get this 6,000, up its DP a bit, and it's swinging over people, we can just immediately unsuspend this. again, not really horrible. And then we have literally, I believe, only one of this. I don't know why I'm only running one of this. This is a stupid option. We have one Lilymon. I could have swore I was running 3 of these or 4 of these. Maybe I'm going to change that. 7 drop, 2 to evolve. When attacking, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon without blocker. This is pretty much a free suspend. Why am I not running more of this? That's definitely something I'm going to change. That's a Digimon. Maybe I don't have enough of her. Maybe that's what's going on here. I don't know why I'm not running more of her. Okay, option cards. We're running 4 whole copies. And I think I'm going to drop this to 2 and then drop the other one to 4. 4 whole copies of Smashed Potatoes. In none of my playtesting did this actually resolve properly. There's no security effect, so if this ends up a security card, it's completely trash. For the turn, next time you would Digivolve your green Digimon from a 5 to 6, decrease the cost by 4. So obviously, I think I need to run less rookies, more level 6s, and a bit more level 5s for this to really work. It's only cost 2, which isn't bad. But again, I was not able to get it to resolve in any of my playtesting. 1 lonely copy of Flower Cannon. I think I might up this to 3 or 2, because it's for only 2 costs. You suspend immediately one of your opponent's Digimon, and with all the inheritable skills I have, that's a good thing because they suspended. I get more DP. I can swing over them with piercing, or I can just swing over them in general. Oh wait, no, I'm a liar. I have 2 copies of that. Okay, I'm not completely stupid. I have 2 copies of that. I'm thinking of maybe bumping that up a bit more. Next we have our level 6s, and really it's not looking too good here with the level 6s. I think I need to run more personally. We have only 2 copies of Rust Tyrannomon. I think ideally I would run either 3 or 4 of these. He's pretty good. He doesn't have a lot of DP. It's only 1200, but if you're using that whole suspend thing, it's not too bad because then you get piercing. His main effect is if you have any green Tamers in play and you attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. If you have a green Tamer, you can attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. So if you get piercing on top of that, that's pretty good. They don't even have to be suspended. You can just destroy them. Again, I think ideally I'd want to run 3 of these, but who knows. And then we have only 1 because I have it and we needed more. Spatula Kabuterimon. There was a mistranslation on this and they call it Spatula Kabuterimon. It's Hercules Kabuterimon. He has piercing. That's not bad. 10,000. That's pretty horrible, but we need another. We need some more level 6s in here. That's why I added him. At the end of the attack, though, you can unsuspend this Digimon by decreasing the memory by 3. And you can do that twice per turn. So you can attack more than once if you have the memory for it. I think that's still very situational. So I don't know if I would run any more of him. I probably would replace him with something else. We're running 2 right now. I have a playset of these, but right now we're only running 2 of the Pinocchiomon. Maybe I'll add a full 4 and get rid of a couple. I don't know. He's not bad though. On play, you suspend one of your Digimon's opponents. You suspend one of your God damn it. Okay, you play it, right? And it's on plays, you have to drop it. You can't Digivolve to get that effect. So, on play, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon during your opponent's next unsuspend phase. None of your opponent's Digimon can unsuspend. That's pretty debilitating, and that's why I think I'm running more than one of these, just because that ability in and of itself can really... That's pretty good. And again, we need more level 6s so that we can get that free evolve to level 6. This is another card I think I've run more than one of, but I only have one of currently, and that's Titanmon. He's just a level 6, 2 to evolve, vanilla, beater, 12,000 DP. Not horrible, not the best, but still fairly good. This would probably go swinging for security or something like that. That's the idea right now. That's my horrible, and that's right now is my horrible green deck. Definitely not competitive. Definitely not going to be winning me anything right now. I need more babies. I think I need less level 3s more level 6s. I think the amount of level 4s I have is fine, personally. Just to go with, like I said, the idea of the deck, which is I want this deck to be like a kind of a control deck where like I'm suspending opponent's Digimon whenever I feel like they're just being a little too fresh, and then from the suspension going in with either piercing and going for security, or just the gaining obscene amounts, or not obscene, but just gaining more DP so I can just swing over their Digimon. Not the best, like I said, but it's a work in progress, and that's where I'm going with right now. Like I said, for now, I just need some more uncommons. I think what this deck needs right now is just a bit more uncommons, and maybe some more option cards, or maybe just swap out the option cards. I'm not too sure yet, but yeah. Let's go all the way back up, because I saw you guys talking, and I have not personally been answering any of the questions, but it looks like DG is just helping us all out and explaining to us some of the idiosyncrasies of the new Digimon card game. Let's go. Is Gaia Force only in the starter? Yeah, Gaia Force is also on the starter. So you want to buy 2 starters. Pick a color, buy 2 starters if you're low on cash. Then again, starters are only $10, but still, if you're low on cash, you got $20, you want to buy 2 starters. If you want to run a red deck, you want to buy 2 starters for sure, because Gaia Force is only on the red deck, and it's pretty much a staple for all red decks. I only have 2 in my current red deck. I need the other 2, so I'll buy another red deck when it officially releases. So yeah, Red Vegiemon, Gekkomon, and Bakemon are also kind of like Trashmon on the OG Pendulum. Yes. Especially Gekkomon. Gekkomon's totally a Trashmon. Gekkomon and Tonosama Gekkomon, definitely Trashmon. Are hybrid decks viable at all? Currently in this format, no. Literally, as soon as 1.5 comes out, yes. Because 1.5 is going to give us really good red and... or not red. 1.5 is going to be giving us really good green and blue decks and green and black decks, I believe. Those 2 are going to be pretty good. There's also... I haven't seen anyone actually use it, but there are some cards that are going to come out in set 3 that are going to be for yellow and red. But yeah. Yeah, next set. Piercing is like trample. That's 2 damage through. Weird that there's no level 1s. Yeah, level 1 is the baby. The baby counts for both level 1 and 2 pretty much. Because on the baby cards, they show both the baby 1 and the baby 2 of the baby. It shows the usually shows the egg, baby 1, baby 2. This deck box is really not that great. On Koromon, you can see it. Yokomon doesn't have an egg, but Koromon, you see the egg hatching. Bodomon, which is the baby 1, and then Koromon, which is the baby 2. And it is a level 2, so, and it's called Koromon, it's not called, like, you know, Bodomon. And then on Yokomons, you can see Yokomon's baby 1 and then Yokomon. So that's the idea. I think that's why there's no level 1s. They just put those both in one card, which I prefer. Makes the game more streamlined. Because the hatching phase would fucking last forever if you had to stack, you know, a baby 1, then a baby 2, then a rookie. It would slow the game down. The way they have it set up right now is pretty good. Imagine an entire deck that was entirely Totemon, doesn't even have rookies needed to get him, just entirely Tortomon. It might be possible in the future of the game. I don't think Tortomon's been released yet in any color. I don't remember seeing him in anything yet. But you're allowed, if it has different art and like effects, I think, no, not art, I think it's like the effects and like the cost and everything. You can have the same Digimon as long as it has a different cost and whatnot. So you can run multiple types of the same Digimon. So like eventually it'll be possible to make an entirely Tortomon deck. So yeah. Are you gonna make a black deck with your Lilithmon? Lilithmon is a purple, I thought it was. Isn't she a purple? Because if she's black, I do plan on making a black deck. Oh yeah, Terra Cluster. This is something I'm thinking of putting in here because it's a pop. It's return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the bottom of their deck. and trash all Digivolutions. So if they have like Omnimon or a level 6, even a level 5, you just return that to the bottom of the deck and then trash all that Digivolution. That's not bad. It's a cost 7, but I mean Terraforce is a cost 8. So it's like the green version of Terraforce. I only have 1 right now. I might be getting another. I would definitely like to run 2. Yeah, Lilithmon's purple. So do I want to run a Lilithmon deck? You goddamn right I do. When will I do that? I don't know, because like I don't think it's a lot of purple. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there is. Maybe there's a purple deck hidden inside of all the stuff that I have. Maybe that's the next deck I'll try to build, because I do have a lot of purple cards, but I don't know if I have like enough that would make a competitive, competent deck yet. But I would like to make a deck with Lilithmon. You know how much, I'm like the biggest Lilithmon simp out there, so I will 100% be trying to do that. Did Hemus already find out how to connect to Z? Yes, he did. He like was able to brute force the code pretty much, and he found out how to do it. So if you can totally get Susanomon right now, like in the last hatch tournament. Someone entered with Susanomon because they were able to get the code from Humus' website. Humus' website already has some codes for the Jawgrass Digimon on the Z's. That man's a fucking genie. I swear. On play also includes Digivolution. No, apparently not. I was told that it didn't, but I gotta check it out. Also, just take my green stuff and finish your deck. Shakes my head. Well, I mean, you're trying to make your green deck too, so like, I don't want to take anything away from you. I have no more money to protect Digimon World. GG Kappa. What's the difference between the new game and the original card game? Everything. This game plays completely differently. The way it sets up is differently. It doesn't restrict you as much as the old one. It plays completely differently. It's a completely different game. Definitely download the app if you want to learn how the card game plays like, because it's a new system. And it's really fun. The way it works is that each color is a play style, similar to, I think Magic does that, and I know for sure Dragon Ball Super does that. So each color plays a certain way. You can do multicolored decks. I've only seen people do about 2. But either way, like I said, they all play differently. So with blue, you are trashing your opponent's Digivolution cards to either gain DP or draw. With red, you're kind of wanting to overwhelm you kind of want to overwhelm your opponent and get in with a lot of attacks and try to end the game early. With yellow, it's a bit more reserved. You are trying to lower your opponent's DP to either delete them or be able to go over them, and also you're replenishing your security cards. Green is evolution and control. Black is also like a control deck. And then purple, you're trashing a lot of your Digimon to be able to resurrect them from the grave and do stuff, or you're trashing them to pop off other types of effects. So that's a brief overview of each color, not as a detail, but like I said, the point is each color plays differently. So you find your play style you like, you find your color, and you just kind of go from there. Right now, some of your favorites might be stuck to a color, but who knows? They might go to different colors. Right now, for sure, though, it seems like, a lot of the main character Digimon are going to red, obviously. Now, there's a Victory Greymon on yellow, so we'll see what happens with that. But, red usually has those type of Digimon. Blue has, like, Matt's Digimon. You got Bearmon, you got Ikakumon, stuff like that. Yellow is Patamon and the Holy Digimon and stuff like that. Green is the plant-type Digimon, the plant-type Digimon, things like Goblinmon and whatnot, and also some of the Dragon-type Digimon are in there too, like Tyrannomon, although he's in the red decks too. Who else is on green? Green also has I said plants. So green's like plants and that kind of stuff. Black has kind of a mixed bag. Black has the robotic-type Digimon, like Hagurumon and Andromon, and then it also has some of the evil, trashy type Digimon like Numemon, Chumon, stuff like that. And then purple has most of the evil Digimon, so you got your Vamdemons, your Malomyotismons, all that stuff, Devimon, whatnot. They're in purple. So yeah, playstyle aesthetics all kind of grouped into certain colors. Although certain Digimon are in different colors. Agumon, I think, is on like almost every color right now in the Japanese set. Humulus brute force the code. Sounds like a line from a sci-fi movie. It really is, but that's pretty much what the fuck he did. That's why he was able to. That's why they were able to like immediately add, support, Pendulum Z support into Alpha Terminal, because they found out immediately that's exactly the same like infrastructure. It's hilarious. Are there any cards that say delete all Digimon on the field? It would be Nature Spirits. Yes, Nature Spirits is like on green. Yeah, there are cards that can wipe the field. A really good control deck is a black Omnimon Ultra S deck, which I want to make for sure. And Ultra S, what it can do is on Digivolution, it de-digivolves the entire opponent's board, and then if their remaining Digimon are underneath a certain DP, it just fucking gets rid of all of them. So it's a total board wipe. It's broke as shit. You're allowed 4 of it. I can't wait for that to come out. Once that comes out, I'm definitely running black. That's something you can do also on black. There are Digimon that do that. Right now, Omnimon Vanilla, like the normal Omnimon that's in the set right now, he doesn't have as broken as of an ability as Ultra S, but he can immediately on Digivolution delete a Digimon. Quick question: between Pendulum Z and Digimon X, what do you personally like better? I gotta be honest with you, I like the DMXs better. That's just my own personal opinion though. I like the X evolutions. I like that aesthetic. I like the lore, and I like the devices themselves. They're fun to play. They have a lot of cool Digimon on them. Like, the Pendulum Zs are fun, but, like, if I had to pick between the Pendulum Zs or the DMX3s, I would get a DMX3, personally. But what I would say, though, is since we're most likely getting the X1s in America, if you really want the Zs, just go with the Zs, and eventually we're going to get the X1s, 2s, and 3s in America for cheaper. So don't break the bank and get an X if you can afford to get a Z for cheaper. I would just get a Z right now. Let me check something real quick. But yeah, DG, like, we're definitely, I'm definitely, just, because I know you wanted to make a green deck. Make your green deck, let me know you don't need/want, and we'll figure that out. Yeah, so the Omnimon card, it's on Digivolution. So, like, I think on play means you have to drop it, like, hard drop it. On Digivolution means that when you Digivolve it, you get that effect. So this effect, you don't get if you just hard drop the card. You only get this effect when you actually Digivolve it. So if a Digimon says on play, I think you actually have to, like, play it. Like, you don't get that effect, which is kind of weird. But that's what I understand. I was seeing some videos about it, and that's what they were saying, too. My red deck right now, I like a lot. No one asked, but I like my red deck so far. I haven't playtested it yet, but like I upgraded it, and I'm kind of fond of it. I like where it's going. Trying to go for like a Piercy type red deck because I pulled 4 Groundramon, and Groundramon immediately has piercing. He has quite a bit of DP. It's only 11,000, but it's still pretty good considering red. The whole thing is boosting. And then I have a couple of Volcanic Dramon, which has security attack +1. Wait, the DMXs are still on Premium Bandai? That's pretty nuts. Pen Z really does seem like a downgrade from the DMX3. Jog Wrestling is pretty much a pretty neat addition, though. It is. I really like... What about them big poops, though? Yeah. I wouldn't say the Pen Z's a downgrade, but it does seem like a side grade. You know what I mean? It's just like... It's not like an evolution of the X's. It's like it can be right next to it. You know, it doesn't really feel like it's that different. Jog resting is fun, and I'm happy they brought it back. The shaking is nice. I'm glad they brought that back too. But I wish they would have like added more. There's really not much that's like completely brand new to the Z's that were not already in the X's, other than the roster. Which is why I always say, if you like the roster, always get it because that's your favorite roster. That's fine. You want to raise your favorite Digimon. That's totally fine. And you know your decision on what to buy. But if you're thinking that you're gonna get some crazy, amazing, like real cool shit, you're not getting that much new. If you're like, I don't know, it depends. Don't worry about what I just said. Especially that they can do it in quick succession. Yeah, not pendulum. Jog resting is so broken on these. It's just so broken because you're just allowed to do it back to back. And if you have two, you totally can. So that's cool. All right, camera battery's dead, so you're just stuck with my ugly mug for the rest of the video. Let me swap the camera back over to. I'll just switch it to me. Let's see here. The focus on leveling quest mode of the Pen X's is more fun than the focus on jog racing in the Pen Z. It is. It is. Still excited to get the Pen 20th whenever it comes out in English. Me too. I really hope it comes out soon. I'm gonna read the rule book maybe this weekend or next. Please do, because again, I think on play is like you hard drop. On Digivolution is when you digivolve it. Which is fucking weird. Gonna pick up an English booster box. Who knows the prices might spike to a Pokemon level. Well, I mean, don't pay the stupid prices now because it's coming out in January. Like the box that I opened, it's the pre-release box, but still, it's version 1.0. Version 1.0 is coming out in January, and then in February we're getting version 1.5, which is a different set. So if you wait, you can still get, like, literally next month. If you can wait till next month, you can just buy a box for, like, actual MSRP then instead of paying the crazy prices now. Because I was thinking about doing it, too, because I really feel bad. I should have opened the box on stream because it took so fucking long to do. And I think it would have been a funner experience. But I wanted to do it on camera first, and like I said, I'm definitely going to do it on stream next time. But I wanted to do that for Christmas. Like, it'll be a cute thing to do on Christmas, like open a whole box. But the boxes right now are way too expensive. I'm not going to pay like $125 for a box right now. There's just no fucking reason for it. I like the cut-ins for the old Digis in the Coliseum, though. I like that, too. The cut-ins for, like, the vanilla Digimon are really cute. Makes me want a mono version of those old rosters. I mean, that seems like what we might get with Project VB, but who knows. It's a sign. Hey, dude, I just got the Deep Savers. I'm pretty stoked about it. Do you have any tips for first-time pendulum users? Really? This device isn't really much of a pendulum device, if I'm being honest with you guys. It doesn't really feel like a pendulum device. It feels more like a Digimon X3. Or, sorry, Digimon X4 in a pendulum shell. They kind of automatically tell you how much you need to count, so you know that's already set up for you. There's no real difficulty there. Like with the old pendulums, there wasn't really a way to know your count or any of that stuff, so it was a little harder to figure out. That's not really the problem with the X's or the Z's. They're like the X's, where they're pretty streamlined, they're pretty simple. Jog racing is your friend. If you have two, and you think you're gonna evolution fail, you want to jog rest. You can evo fail at adult on this device, which is something they brought back from the pendulums, in the pendulum 20th. So that might happen. If that does happen, try to find a jog rest partner so you can get to the next level. Jog resting on this you can pretty much do for free as many times as you want, as long as your Digimon can jog rest. So you can do a back-to-back jog rest, which I have done before on the channel. And that's really it. Like, really treat this device more as a Digimon X. So if you have the Digimon X's, then you pretty much know the ropes of this device, because it works very similarly. It has the same quest mode idea, except there's only 3 rounds this time. There's not a whole map. It's just 3 rounds per area. There's the same items. There's the same cut-ins. The same shooting animations. Again, it really feels like an X4 in a pendulum shell. So just treat it like that, and you should be good. Also, the accelerometer in here is really sensitive, so you don't need to do a full shake like that. You can totally shake it like this, and it'll read it. And the cool thing is you actually get to see, like, you have a visual aid, and you see how much your count was. And it tells you at the beginning how much count it requires. So, yeah. Good luck. It's so jarring to fight Pokemon. Oh, Piedmon, and his sprite is a little plush toy clown, but then it's cut in his anime design. Yeah, that is funny. Like, I think I got Devimon, and Devimon is like his OG design that looks like, you know, Devilman or whatever. And then it cuts in as his anime design. It's like, oh, that's weird. But it's interesting. Did any of your Penzis have a weird sound issue? My Nature Spirits has fugged up beeps and boops, like it's skipping sometimes. Might be a bad battery. Here's a little known fact about me. I actually have severe hearing loss. I wear hearing aids, and the newer devices are almost completely out of my hearing range. I have to literally hold them next to my ears to be able to hear them. So I can barely hear these things. So I haven't noticed any weird sound issues on them because, like I said, I don't really hear them. Is this a Q&A? Not my question. It is, and you just wasted your question. How happy are you? You're not allowed to ask another question. I'm just kidding. It is a Q&A. You can ask as many questions as you want. I'm just chilling today. I didn't want to like do anything crazy because I'm a little tired today. I gotta wake up early tomorrow and get a COVID test, which is never a fun thing. Like I said before on the channel, we had a positive coworker at my job. My job closed for a week. I wasn't in contact with her, thankfully. But I still need to get a test for next week when we go back to work because we're closed for the whole week. So yeah, I got one tomorrow at 11, and for some reason I'm kind of like stressing out about it. I feel lightheaded today, but I ate a bunch of like jalapeno pizza this morning and yesterday, so it's probably that. And I ate another one, and I'm feeling like lightheaded. I think it's just that. I'm just like psyching myself out. I'm so stressed out about this whole COVID thing, you know. So yeah. I'm coming from the third wave of the DM 20th, so I don't even have the X's or a new for me. But good stuff, thanks. Oh yeah, so if you don't have the X's, I mean, like, it plays like the X, where like the X is very much like every time you feed your Digimon, instead of it filling a full heart, it feels a half heart. So keep that in mind. Effort really, really is important for evolving from baby 2 to rookie and rookie to champion. Your level is also really important. Your level will depend on who you're gonna get, along with care. So the way this game works now is it's care, effort, and level. And once you get past champion, it's gonna be mostly level and care. So level and care are two of the things you gotta keep track of. It does make it a bit harder to keep track of, but it also makes it fun because you can play around with stuff like what happens if you get a lot of care mistakes but a lot of like a higher level. What happens if you have a low level and no care mistakes? What happens if you have mid-level, 2 care mistakes? All that kind of stuff. It all works in. It's really fun. So yeah, have fun. It's a very fun. Like I think these devices are going to be more fun for people who haven't played the X's than people that did play with the X's, in my opinion. Because like those of us that play with the X's, we have had 3 waves of like, you know, the same style of gameplay, and now we're having pretty much a 4th and a 5th wave of it, where if you never played those, this is your first time coming around, so it'll be fun. Will you try to get exclusive Digimon in the next Pen Z playthrough? Wormmon, Armadillomon, Tailmon. I've gotten Tailmon. I haven't gotten anywhere past that though. I don't know how to get Wormmon yet. I think all the O2 Digimon are I think 3 care mistakes, 0 effort, something like that. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna really try to I'm gonna try. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I don't think it's like I don't think you get fixed into the line. I think you have to care for them a certain way to get throughout their entire line, and we don't know that care requirement yet. So like I said, I'm gonna try. I really want Wormmon though. Can't believe I didn't miss this. Any update on the Digirap? I got it. I'm still trying to teach Jess how to beatbox. She's good at it, but she can't do the beat I'm trying to get her to do. The idea is I want the DigiWrap to come out by the end of this month for Christmas, because I want to do like I don't know, I just want it to be like a Christmas thing for some reason. So yeah, I'm trying to get just the beatbox. It's hard. But yeah, that's an update on the DigiWrap. Why do you have to stick the swab through the back of your skull when you can spread COVID particles by breathing out? Apparently that's like where they chill out. Like that's the home. That's home base for where they are. So like, I don't know if there's a way if you can breathe on something for them to get that. It's just easier to get it's easier to, get enough. Like it's easier to detect them because there's so many in the back of that area. If you had it, that it makes it easier to detect them. I think that's how it works. I'm not a fucking scientist, but if I'm not mistaken, that's how it works. The tests that I prefer are the rapid tests. One, because they're quicker, and two, it only goes this far in your nose. It doesn't go all the way up. It's still uncomfortable, but it's not as uncomfortable. Is there a new Juice WRLD song coming out? I don't really listen to Juice WRLD like that. I've never been a huge fan of him. So his song with The Weeknd was pretty good, but I don't really listen to him like that. Level is linked to Evo. Level is also linked to Evo failures. So just know they might not evolve if you go low level. Oh shit. Jobimon should evolve. Who's got low level right now? I think Shelmon's low level. Yeah. I'm gonna Shelmon's gonna be the example. We might Evo fail with an adult, and it might be Shelmon. We'll see what happens. Digimon 20th once the Penzi comes. I mean, the DM 20th is so fun. I love it. It's one of my favorite devices. But it is easy to get tired of them after a while. But once you come back to them after a while, that shit is so fun. Like when I was running the glow in the dark pendulum or the glow in the dark DM 20th, I loved that. It was so fun. It felt like the first time again. It was a lot of fun. But you do have to take a break from it to get that feeling again. So I understand the feeling. Dope. Thanks for the advice. I love how many evolution possibilities there are and stuff. I'm a fan of anything that level up mechanics in general, so that's got me sold. So far, I love it. Yeah, it's really fun. You have a weird background noise. I just heard someone say OMG. That's my brother. He's back from college, and he's loud as fuck. And our walls are like thin as shit. So that's why. And my mic is very sensitive, so that's why you can hear him. That's my brother that you're hearing. I have heard of Bug Snacks. I'm not really a huge fan of it. It's whatever. What are your favorite 3 music artists? Daft Punk, Joji, and I don't know who I'd pick for a third one. Daft Punk, Joji, and I'm trying to think of like any recent albums like I listen to and I fucking like adore. Kurt Travis. Those are 3 of my favorites. What age is Shelmon? Shelmon is 4 years old. I think I'm still safe, right? I think once it hits 5 years old is when I'm like, oh, I'm fucked, right? Isn't that how it works? I don't know why. I prefer all Daft Punk. I don't discriminate. I love all Daft Punk all the time. I like all of their albums. My favorite album is Discovery. Discovery is one of my favorite albums of all time. Their third album is kind of okay, but I still like it. It's not my least favorite, but I still like it. And Random Access Memories, I really like. There's a lot of songs on that album that I absolutely adore, but for sure, Discovery is like the best album of all time. Period. It's one of my top like 5 albums for sure. I love that album. I can hear the whole thing front and back. That's when I know I like an album a lot. I can listen to the whole thing front and back, no skips. That's when I love an album. I am not. I swear to God. I I don't know who my brother's talking to. He's loud as hell right now. Song machine? I don't. Wait, song machine? What's song machine? Oh shit. Have I fucked up? That evil failed? Is that what you're telling me? Well, if he dies, whatever. I started the movie hatch, so I hope I'm not too early. No, you're not. You're fine. The only reason why I haven't started yet because they're not dead yet. But they're gonna die or be done like soon. So I'm gonna start soon. It's gonna be in the Pen Z, so it's not gonna take long either. So if you're starting the hatch, start now. I'm just not yet because the Pen Zs aren't ready yet. I would be, but I had to pause them because I didn't film, and then the weekend was the pre-release event, and there was all that shit. So I didn't get the time to start a new run. I would have been done with this run by now, but I had to pause it because I wanted to show you guys what I got. Have you heard Ruksha's cover of Get Lucky? It's pretty funny. No, I have not. Xana, where's your bootleg D-Arc? It's right over here. Casey Joes, what's up? I know Totodile. Oh, where is he? You guys can see him? Can you see him? There he is. Mew's right next to him. This is a Mew. And then Domo-kun. You guys remember Domo-kun? Remember this motherfucker? And then I have Pikachu, Detective Pikachu. I have a bunch of other Pokemon. As you can see, I like Pokemon. Mewtwo, not Survivor. What is his name? I don't fucking remember. Second evolution from Gen 5. Sandshrew, original BK. Detective Pikachu. Crocodile Blastoise. Snorlax. Bootleg. Farfetch that's all dirty. I gotta clean it. Hello Kitty, a teddy bear, and another Pikachu, but at this time he's Ditto. That's all on my background right there. I don't even know if you can see all that. Oh yeah, my bootleg DR. It's down here. Oh god. Have I don't know. I don't remember. Did I do a video on this yet? I can't remember. I wanted to do something with this for April Fools, but I never did. Or maybe I did and I don't remember. This is a bootleg. It looks very much like an actual D-Arc, and it even almost works like one. It has the Wonder Swan little thing there. I don't know if it actually does anything if you plug it into Wonder Swan. You can turn it on. It does take a battery, but it's buggy as shit. It barely works. It actually has the same sounds and sprites as the actual one. It's got like all the it's pretty much almost a good bootleg. There is a gold and silver D-Arc like this, but this part is red, like the other D-Arc Ultimate, and this was like an exclusive for one of the movies. The real one of this, that is, with the red thing. This is a bootleg. I thought that the seller just didn't know or something, because like there was also a D-Cyber with this, or D-Spirit, and that was also bootleg. And it's not like he scammed me. He did say that they were bootleg, and I just thought like maybe he thought that maybe the D-Cyber wasn't bootleg, or the D-Spirit wasn't bootleg, and he just didn't know. No, they were both bootleg. This one, and it sucks so much because like I got this I think I got this before I got my actual D-Arc Ultimate. So like, it was cool to try to play it, but like it always constantly freezes and you can't like card swipe properly, so you really can't ever do a battle. And it'll randomly like freeze up and start screeching, and it's really horrible. Yeah, it's so disappointing because this almost works. Almost. Apparently card swiping is a big thing that the bootlegs can never get right. So yeah, I mean, this is probably like expensive in its own right just because it's like a rare bootleg. These kind of bootlegs were really common back in the day, and they're really hard to find now. But yeah, I kept it because why not? Also, the plastic quality is just shit. You can hear it. It just sounds off. And it's really bad. And yeah, again, I don't remember if I did a video on this. I wanted to do a video on this for April Fools, but maybe I won't anymore because you guys have seen it. I've completely lost track of time and what I've been doing on the channel so far. Song Machine Season 1 is the latest. Oh yeah, I haven't heard the new Gorillaz album yet. I still haven't gotten a good listen through of the Now, which was their last album that came out. Everything after Plastic Beach, I haven't been able to like keep up with. I'm so used to them like, you know, dropping an album, dipping out for like 10 years, and then coming back with one, that like there's just too much music right now. I want to listen to their new stuff though. I heard it's really good. Gorillaz is definitely up there with one of my favorite, like my favorite artists too. I really like Demon Days. I really like 192000. I really like Plastic Beach. You can raise 3 mons at the same time, so you can start a new run literally now. But they're not... None of them are done. Do you like the FNAF? Do you like the FNAF series? I found it interesting. I played the first couple games. I never beat any of them. They're, like, fun to play, but I'd rather watch someone else play them because I'm not good at them. The moment they started being audio-based, I stopped playing because audio is not my thing. Like I said before, I'm deaf. Or not really deaf, but I have hearing loss. So I remember like when 4 came out, I bought it, and I don't know if you guys remember this, but when 4 first came out, the idea was that you're supposed to listen for their breath, and then if you hear the breath, you close the door, and if you don't hear the breath, you flash the light to check. And I didn't know that because I didn't fucking hear any of it. And other people who even weren't like hearing impaired couldn't hear it either, and he updated it later on to fix that. I played it before that fix, so I just got constantly scared. It was fucking terrifying. It was fun though, but it was terrifying. So yeah. No, none of... Actually, no, I'm wrong. The only one that's come from a claw machine that I actually won was this Hello Kitty. It's like a not ragtime. It's like a classic rubber hose type Hello Kitty. It's like, you know, the classic, Mickey Mouse and stuff like that. She has like the little things on her gloves. She's all black and white. I actually got this from a claw machine for Jess, but I accidentally got 2, so I kept one. I'm not usually good at claw machines unless they're like play till you win. If they're play till you win, I can get something that I want. But if it's like a random claw machine where like it's not play to win, I can't. I'm not that good. There's some people that are like super good. Thoughts on VR, like as a concept, or like like what do you mean exactly? Like I like VR. My brother has an Oculus, and I've played it before. It's really fun. It can be really disorienting, but I like it. It's fun. But I don't know. I just feel like it still hasn't gotten past like the fad phase yet. It's still kind of like a fad. It's not really like popping and locking and dropping. You know what? Fuck it. You're right. Flame, let's just start a new run right now. My other camera died though, so I can't like fucking show it off. But hold on. Let me plug this in at least so I can do something. Awesome. Okay, yeah, fuck it. Apparently Shelmon's gonna die anyway, so let's just, like, suspend him and we can use him as fodder for, a Jogress, since he's probably gonna, thing. So here we go, guys. Starting a new egg. We're doing the movie hatch. I don't know who the hell I'm gonna raise on here that has anything to do with movies. I was thinking of just making shit up as I go along, which is just my thing in general anyway, but I didn't really know anyone in here that was like, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's blank from blank movie. I mean, obviously we can try to go for Agumon and try to get Agumon Bond of Courage. But am I gonna be able to do that? I don't fucking know. So we'll just, we'll see what we get. We'll just try to, again, do the best we can, and whatever we get, we'll just kind of run with and see what happens. Yeah. Where are you guys? Okay. So yeah, there it is. It's starting. It started. Hatch your goddamn Digimon now if you haven't already. Alright. Hatch them. Do it now. Where is he? There he is. He's hatched. We did it, boys. We did it, Reddit. So yeah, there we go. Started a new hatch. We have Shelmon as Shelmon is there as what's the word? fodder. He's gonna be Jawgrass fodder for us. So let's see what happens. Shake it. Does it matter? I didn't know that matters. Does that matter? Is that a thing on this one still? Fuck. I messed it up. The new Devi Gacha items? No, I haven't. Send it to me on Discord. I want to see that. The theme is still movie, so either a Digimon that's shown up in a movie or a Digimon that represents a movie. That's the theme. And Super Ultimates are allowed. This is going to be a mess since I allow Super Ultimates, but fuck it. If you raise a vaccine to Jawgrass Shellmon, you might get that same Crawfish Digimon you got before, by the way. Ah, okay. Alright, I'll keep an eye on that. Yeah, Blue, great. Go ahead and start your DM 20th. Because we're gonna get on getting while the getting still good. Ultra S is allowed. Any Super Ultimate is allowed, so you can totally go for Ultra S. However, if you add a Digimon that's not in a movie, like a Digimon movie, you gotta make some shit up. Like, what is Ultra S? Like, what is he? Is he a, just make some shit up, I want you to be creative, is what I'm trying to say. Like, think of, like, what he could represent as far as, like, a movie you've seen or something like that. Just to make it fun. I'm not gonna, like, fucking bar anyone from using a Digimon because they don't think of anything. But I'm just saying have fun with it and try to think of that while you're raising a Digimon. And yes, Ultra S is allowed. Just to make sure. Do you have any other Digimon WonderSwan games other than Version WonderSwan that you like? I don't have any other games because I don't speak Japanese. I think only literally Anode and Cathode Tamer has been officially translated. I don't know if any other fans have translated the rest of Ryo's series. But that's the only WonderSwan game I own because literally I bought that when I found out about it, which was a couple years ago, before I even owned a WonderSwan. I did not own a WonderSwan for like years. I just bought one this year. So in the year of our Lord 2020 is when I finally bought myself a WonderSwan to play Version WonderSwan. Before that, I didn't even have the system. Like, that's the only game I own for the system. And the only reason why I have the black one is because Estrus gave me it. Well, he sold it to me because he had an extra one and he didn't need it, and it came with a box. And why was I gonna deny that, So yeah, I was trying to complete my Digidex on the DM 20th. Since Omegamon MM isn't any Digivice, I'm gonna hatch Ultra S to represent it. Oh, okay. So Ultra S is gonna be like your stand-in for Merciful mode. That's cool. That's fine. That works. I like that.
Very good. Why did everyone thought it was me? And then guess what? You guys are literally going to lose me. I was crewmate for the 10th time. But I just made it up.
Yeah, I keep seeing all these people like draw in
I was like, haha, but Genji's
what's his name from O2, what's his name, Flame Dramon. People keep drawing Flame Dramon into the silhouette. I don't think it's a Flame Dramon, but if it is, I mean, that'd be pretty funny. Whoa, that's a big piece of shit. Oh my god. Oh, I get tired. Oh, okay, let's see here. Oh yeah, I have I have a lot of GBAs. Well, no, I don't have a lot, but I have one of each. I have the Platinum original GBA, which is up there in like a briefcase. And I feel so horrible because I didn't know that fucking that Platinum GBA goes for a lot of money now, and mine's like all trashed because that was my original GBA, like from my childhood. And yeah, I have that. I have the silver AGS one. What is it? AGS 100 GBASP, which has the shitty front light, but still it had a front light. And then I have a Game Boy Micro, which I acquired recently, and I fucking love that thing. I need to fix it though, like not fix it, but I gotta clean the context on the A button, I think it is, because it doesn't like, the A button doesn't register sometimes, and it's annoying as shit. But I'm happy I have it, so I can't really complain much. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. It's Shoutmon again. If it honestly is Shoutmon again, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess I'll laugh. I don't know. It's possible. They were showing, I mean, you know, Shoutmon recently, you know, they're adding all the Cross Wars Digimon to the reference thing, and they've been showing them off more. So, I mean, hey, it could be Shoutmon. Who knows? It could be Shoutmon. That'd be very fucking weird for Shoutmon to come out of an egg, though, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, I have this. This is the main Game Boy Micro. I bought this year, finally. I got really fucking lucky on, Oh, who's heading out? King Sean. Alright, King Sean. Take it easy. Thank you so much for stopping by for the stream. I really appreciate it. Sorry we didn't do much today. I just wanted to chill out. I hope that's fine. I'll see you next week. Hopefully. But yeah. The Game Boy Micro. It's a blue one, but honestly, it's like, it's not like a... Every time I see the blue ones, they don't look exactly like this. But this is the only one I have, and I don't have any other reference. Apparently this is the blue one. It looks really nice. It is definitely been played with and loved. There is some scratches and scuffs on it, but I really don't give a shit, because if I owned this as a kid, it would also have scratches and scuffs on it. The battery still works, which is great. I was able to get it sent to me with the fucking battery in it. It also came with a charger, which was also great, because getting OEM chargers nowadays is not easy. But like I said, the A button doesn't press very well. I got to get some alcohol in there, or maybe some compressed air. The only problem is I'm very scared of trying to open this up, because the plastic in here is really brittle. The plastic in here kind of sucks. It didn't age very well, and it's really brittle. It can break, and if it breaks, there's really no replacement parts for that, other than buying another Game Boy Micro. So I got to figure something out with that. But it is cool, and I like it. It's fucking cute as hell. Like, look at that shit. That is adorable. Like, look how tiny it is. And I have my reproduction cart of Mega Man 4.5 on here. Which is, like, a pretty fun game. I still haven't completely beat it, but there's a fully translated official version of it now. So, yeah. It's fun. What silhouette? The Project VB silhouette. It's like an egg. Remember that egg I showed off? It hatched recently. And we know what it might be, finally, soon. Who's your favorite Super Smash Bros. Character? Oh my god, I don't know. That's a really hard question. Probably Fox. I really like Fox McCloud. He's really cool. He's been my favorite to play since the first game. Excuse me. I really like Fox McCloud. I would probably say it's my favorite. He used to be my go-to. That was like my main, pretty much. Like, OG Smash, I play Fox. Melee, I play Fox. Except for if I'm playing, like, if I'm trying to be tryhard, and then I usually play as Falco. But most of the time it's Fox. Brawl, it was Fox and Wolf. Wolf is pretty much Fox anyway. And then Smash 4, it was Lucina. Lucina was my main in Smash 4. And then... I didn't fucking tell you shit. I didn't say shit. What the you turn on for? I didn't turn shit on. Turn off. I didn't turn that on at all. That's kind of creepy. I have a Kinect, and sometimes it just turns on. I'm not a furry. Where's that coming from? Oh, because I say face Fox? No, fuck off. I just like Fox. He's a cool character. You know? He sounds funny. You know? Hey, yeah! All that. It's fun. It's a fun character. What else? Yeah, Smash 4 was Lucina. I really liked Lucina because I sucked at Marth, and Lucina was cute, so I played Lucina. I sucked at her too, though. And then now with Smash Ultimate, I'm either playing as K. Rool, DK, or fucking whoever. I don't really have a main in the new Smash game. It's just like, there's too many characters. I just kind of just play the game. I missed my DS. I had a DS in the 7th birthday present. Neighbor broke it. What the fuck? He broke it and the split screen in half and just turned into a Game Boy Macro. That sucks. I mean, game DS's last time I checked were pretty cheap. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe they're getting more expensive because the nostalgia's starting to come out. But yeah, I still have all my DS's. I have my original DS, which was the red and black DS Lite, and then I have my 3DS, which is the original red one, and then I have my new 3DS, which is the black one. I wanted to get some red things for it, but by the time I got my DS, I realized, oh shit, the Switch is coming out in a year, and I kind of want that. And so I only had a year with my new 3DS, which is kind of disappointing because I didn't really get that much out of it. And I want to go back and start playing it again, but then I'm like, why would I want to play with anything else when I have this? This is so fun. There's so many things on here. Actually, recently, if I could, we would be playing this on stream right now. Hold on, where is it? Where is it? If I could, I swear to God, we'd be playing DMC3 Special Edition right the fuck now. I love that game. My brother bought it and we're game sharing, so I'm playing through it again by myself. I fucking love DMC3. It's one of my favorite games of all time. It's so fun. Did you ever play Fire Emblem Awakening? That was pretty sweet, Emma. I never did. There's so many fucking RPGs that were on the 3DS that I wanted to get and never got around to. Bravely Default, never got it. Persona Q, never got it. Awakening, never got it. The other Fire Emblem game, not the one that everyone hates, but like the remake, Echoes, never got it. I want to play them. They look fun. I know you get to wife Lucina, and that's like, I want to do that, but you know, I gotta buy them and then play them on the 3DS. I'll do it eventually. The want to play with my 3DS, it's gonna like fucking just overcome me, and I'm gonna end up playing a bunch of games on it sooner than later. But yeah, I have my Sims new soup and Oil Giants. What? Oh, Hotel Giants. Okay. Nowadays they're selling emulation handhelds that can run stuff. I know PS1 and Dreamcast. Those look pretty sweet. Yeah. To NetUp. Oh no, what'd you do? Also, I'm like lagging super hard. We might have to end the stream soon. That means my internet's like, hey, stop using that internet you're paying for. Yeah, what'd you sell your soda to NetUp for? Is it to be stronger? Because I might do that too. What the fuck? Let's see the. Okay. Oh God. Starting to glitch out a bit there. It's okay. I'm gonna close Discord. That's usually what the case is. We'll close Discord. Okay, Discord's closed. Be happy. Close some tabs. Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. Should be okay for like a second. We'll see what happens. Oh, we have Upaman. Okay. I think I've done bad care, so let's do good care with Upaman. We'll see what happens. Oh, okay. That was good. I thought it was like lagging again. What? Oh shit. Okay, well I'm. So spirit animal? I don't know. I've never like. I don't know. I really don't. Isn't it supposed to be like something that's like just comes to you, right? I don't know. don't know. What would I think my spirit animal would be if I had to pick one? I really don't know. Again, I know they all kind of represent different things. I really like reptiles. I really like turtles. Turtles, like, unironically, I know that's a meme, but I do like turtles. I think they're cute. I like red pandas, and I like, I think bears are cool, even though they're fucking terrifying. What I consider any of those one a spirit animal? I don't really know. Couldn't tell you. Raccoons love trash. That is true. Raccoons they're cute in a way. They can be terrifying. There's this really fat, I mean like fat raccoon in my area right now. I'll see him sometimes when I'm driving home and it's like late. And like this motherfucker's like, he's big. He's a big motherfucker. He's probably bigger than my dogs, and I don't have big dogs, but still, he's like the size of a small dog. It's pretty fucking crazy. And I saw him the other day. He tried to hide, but like I saw him. He's like so fat. He was like walking across the street, you know. And I'm like, "What the hell are you doing?" He's just like looks at me. He's just like, and it's like hid. I was like, "I saw you, but I'll keep going." But yeah, like I said, he's a fat, big old boy. Definitely running around eating trash. He's in my backyard a lot too, because we have a lot of trash. And for some fucking reason, my dogs love the local animals around here. Stray cats, fucking raccoons, possums. Sometimes they'll just make friends with them. It's really weird, and I don't know why my dogs are like that, but they are. Asking for a spirit animal, like are you saying you're a furry? Oh my god, enough. You know, Derek used to have. He's been a while since he's been on the channel, but Derek, one of the mods in the Discord, he had that was a running gag for a while. I don't appreciate it coming back. Sus Raccoon, he's fucking funny. He's great. We've been leaving trash purposely out, like not really trash, but like food we're not gonna eat and then we wouldn't give to the dogs. We're like leaving it out there for him because we know he's gonna eat it. We've been doing that for a lot of local animals lately though, because like shit's bad right now. Animals aren't eating as much as they used to do, so like they're starving, so it's good to like leave them with something so that they can eat, you know. Like we bought a bird feeder. We usually never have a bird feeder. Well, we couldn't have it before because my old dog, before he passed away, we used to love eating birds and squirrels and shit, so we never used to get those in my yard after a while. But now that he's since passed, they come in our yard, and there's like hundreds of them now. Well, not hundreds of them. There's a lot of birds that chill out in my backyard now. And so we left like bird feed out for them because, again, they're also hungry. It's tough times for everybody, even the fucking animals. Again, same reason, there's not enough food out there anymore. There's not enough people outside right now because of COVID. So there's less food outside and scraps for them to eat. So we leave bird feed out for them. And obviously, of course, the squirrels come and get it, but we're just letting them eat it too. So, yeah. No, I'm not a furry. That's... No, I'm not a furry. Derek had this running gag that I was a furry. I don't remember where it started, but it was just like this running meme he had. I know the furry the Digimon fan to furry pipeline is a real thing, but I did not make it through there. I'm not a furry. It's funny, I was talking to Jess yesterday about Digimon, and she was just like flat out, like, she's like, "You think a lot of Digimon fans are furries?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." Like Digimon, I don't know why, because like, I mean, there's furry Pokemon fans, but like, Pokemon fans and furries I don't think they go hand in hand as much as Digimon fans and furries do. I don't know what the connection is there. I guess because there's more like humanoid furry type Digimon than there are Pokemon. But it's more synonymous with Digimon fans for some reason. I don't know why. Denying you're a furry is pretty cringe, bro. Shut the hell up. Oh my god. Favorite breed of dog? I don't know. I don't know. I like Shih Tzus a lot. This is Rambles. Are you a furry? We're just gonna ask everyone now. Xana's persona is a Tortomon. God help me. Denying you're a furry? It's kind of pretty cringe, bro. Renamon is the connection. Everyone says that, and I guess I think honestly I think it existed before Renamon. I think Leomon and Weregarurumon were the connection. Honestly, I think that's the progenitor of those two. I mean, if the art is good, I'm not gonna be not attracted to it. Renamon. Percentage wise, there's got to be a few furries in this chat. Purge the furries. Oh god. Among Us Furry Edition. I don't know, man. Josh is looking pretty sus. Billy's looking pretty sus. I think Billy might be a furry. We're gonna have to throw him in the airlock. Speaking of Among Us, that's something we probably could have done today on stream. That's my fuck up. We'll play Among Us on stream one day. That'll be a fun thing to do. You have to stream snipe me. So it's kind of a fucking useless. Maybe, I don't know, can you make it so that you can only... There are 3 furries Among Us. Can you make it so that, like, you can't be a thing on Among Us? Like an imposter? Like, 'cause that'd be kind of cool if we just played together. Ow. 3 furries Among Us. You're human. There is a game that's like that, isn't there? Where like, it's like Mafia / Among Us, where like one of them is like a werewolf. So technically, furry Among Us does exist and has existed for quite some time. Among Us now. What now? I don't think I would have to have done that like earlier in the stream. If we try to do it now, I think my computer would literally like shit out. Like I think my internet would like yell at me. Because I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but like, even on my screen, like I'm lagging, like my camera's lagging. I don't think we'd be able to do it right now. Again, playing games I have to do at the start of the stream. Like just like with when we're playing World, and World's not even that fucking like crazy of a game. If I'm running World and streaming, by this point I have to stop playing World because the stream starts like acting up, and I'm not even playing anything, and look at the stream, it's already acting up. So yeah. Just gotta love Comcast and their shitty internet. I used to have a thing for Maid Marian, the Disney Fox, when I was a kid. I grew out of it at the end. I'm not a furry these days. Okay? I mean, I feel like everyone... I don't know. Like, here's the thing. I'm gonna out myself here. I am not a furry. But there are characters that when we were younger... that were obviously like sexualized furry characters, and we watched them when we were at a young impressionable age. So it's like it's not surprising that there's this many furries, but like, you know, like Lola Bunny. Lola Bunny is like, that's her character. That's how they made her. Like she's hot. Crystal, another character, they made her real sexual. It's just like I don't know why they did that. So it's like it's pretty normal to like think. I think that's I don't know. That's where I draw the line. Like if you think it's an attractive character, because that's kind of the point of the fucking character, especially if they make it sexualized. Like Lola Bunny, if you said like I was attracted to her, it's like of course you were a kid when you watched the movie, and she was made to be like the sexual thing. But once you go like hardcore and you're just like, okay, let's make this a furry and X a furry and draw them fucking and stuff, that's where I draw the line. That's just too much. That's a little weird. I don't like that. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. And also apparently Disney is responsible for all the furries too. And this is almost true if you really think about it hard. Most people's fetishes come from Disney movies. And it's shockingly accurate, and it's kind of gross and weird. But most people's fetishes come from Disney movies. So think of like your favorite Disney movies growing up and think of all your fetishes. There's a connection there. And it's fucking... I'm not a furry, but that's not what I said. I think I might have said that, but that's not what I meant. You know what I mean? Salem something. I forgot the name. That was the name of the game that's like Among Us. There's so many games like Among Us now too, though. But I think that's what it is with the werewolf one. I think it's called like Salem something. It was like in VR, wasn't it, or something like that? I remember it was a VR one too. Renamon. I mean, I don't know. So he's saying he thinks animals are attractive. That's not what I'm saying at all. Like I said, the art is good. The art is good. JJ is sticking with the I said what I said. What I'm saying, like I said, is like there are certain characters that were like made to be attractive and sexy. Like again, like Lola Bunny and like Crystal. I'm not saying animals are attractive. Animals are not attractive. But that's what I mean. Like that. Just like that was a response to Megatron Decepticon said. Oh, it was a browser game. Okay, then I'm thinking of another Among Us game that was like a VR game where one of them is like a werewolf and like you're all talking in voice chat, and I think it also has like proximity. And it's like 10 years old now. God damn. One Night Werewolf? Maybe it's that. It probably is that. Werewolf is most likely in the name. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, though. I just remember people playing it and talking copious amounts of shit. It was hilarious. Like, people weren't even playing the objective. They were just on there just to roast people. It was fucking hysterical. Yeah. No more talking about furries. I'm tired of this coming up. No, I feel like I don't know. That's like Monster Girls, but Monster Girls, you're like this close to being a furry. You're like that close. There's only a couple degrees of separation between monster fuckers and furries. I'm a monster fucker. I'd fuck a demon. They're hot. Lilithmon's hot as hell. But like, you know, because you start with like, you know, like I said, there's degrees here of separation because you start with like orcs and like the demons and the vampire. Well, no, really vampires. And then you get the orcs and the demons and stuff like that. But then you get into the weird shit where people like start doing like the snake centaur type shits and the actual centaurs and then the fucking spider ladies and shit like that. And then you start getting into weird territory there. You know? That's the danger zone. That's the furry zone. But once you're still at the demon orc area, you're not a furry. But once you start getting to the weird shit, like again the snake people, the centaurs, the fucking spider lady woman shits, that's the furry zone. That's when you're in the furry zone. At that point, you're like an inaugural furry. There's like, oh yeah, no. Xanax. If you had to decide if you turn into a werewolf or vampire for one night, probably vampire, because if you turn into a werewolf, you really can't control yourself. So you can just fucking like end up going on this rampage, and you'd never know, and that's kind of fucked up. But if you're a vampire, you just gotta drink blood and stay away from. Well, if it's only for one night, I just have to drink blood for one night, which could. I mean, that could be hard or easy. Depends. Either way, I wouldn't want to be a werewolf for one night because then you more often than not when there's a werewolf in lore, you can't control that, and you can kill someone and not know, and that's I wouldn't want that. Because Lilithmon, you don't even have to say it. We all know. Where is she at? We all know. You all know. What about Sakuyamon? She's technically not an animal anymore. Sakuyamon's fine. She's fine. That doesn't count. I don't count Sakuyamon. I count, Renamon and shit. But Sakuyamon I don't count because it's totally a human and she's wearing like a headdress. But yeah, you already know, boy. You already know, boy. You already know. And then of course the alt art, so gorgeous, so gorgeous. This art. Oh, who's the fucking artist for this again? Kenji Watanabe, my fucking boy. Let's see here. Have no fear. You should watch A Centaur's Life. Lots of sexy monster girls in that. I heard of that one. What is it? What was the other one that came out recently where it was like, literally everyone was just going around fucking monsters and shit. It was like legit, like, it was pretty much a hentai and like, it ended up getting like taken off the air. I mean, it continued, but it got taken off of like the air. I think interspecies reviewers or something like that. I have no fear of your gun, Flame Abby. Furry started with at least the Greeks then. I think so. Do you think none of them Greeks wanted to fuck them centaurs? Like, I think so. I think the degeneracy that we experience now, I don't think is a new thing. I just think it's easier to find because there's other people with the same interest now. I'm pretty sure back in the day there's people that wanted to fuck, like, centaurs and shit. I mean, Medusa has her titties out. Like, that's, like, why? She could have worn a shirt. They could have put a shirt on her, but they didn't. Why'd they do that? It's for the sex appeal. Um, so Xanax is saying Nightmare Soldier Penzies are furries. No. Nightmare Penzi is... She's... No, it's like if you're a monster fucker. But again, I mean, you're not there yet. Although a lot of the Digimon, I mean, if you want to fuck any of the non-humanoid Digimon, that definitely makes you a furry. 100%. There's probably enough sound bites in this video of Xanadu talking about furries to make a fun at it. There is so much. I got worried about that. There's like so many episodes now of DigiDaily. You could totally make an entire video of me saying some really fucking weird shit, and it would probably sound completely fine and normal. Based on the scale, starting at Orc Demon, we can assume that he does not see people with animal ears, tail, teeth, etc. as furry. I do not. Nekos are not furries. It's once they start... there's a fucking guide. I remember there's this picture of, like, normal human to, like, straight up fucking, like, animal. And there's, like, it goes from, like, the degrees. So you have, like, obviously, like, the fucking, you know, a normal person. Then you have, like, the cat ears. Whatever. Then the cat ears and the tail. Whatever. Then they start getting, like, actually, like, a little hairy. And it's like, I don't know about that. Then they're furry. It's like, nah. And then, like, just progressively gets worse. There is a separation here. Hold on. No more furry talk. Jeez. Now, which Digimon would you want to bang? That's not the same. I already said Lilithmon. That's definitely my go-to. If you want to say someone other than Lilithmon, maybe Minervamon. She's pretty hot. Or Mervamon. Whichever one's the taller one. She's pretty hot. And Lady Devimon. She's hot, too. Yeah. Excuse me. Isn't Sakuyamon, Renamon, and a 10-year-old girl? Not necessarily, because, like, in Tamers, yes. In, like, V-Pets and shit, no. Because Renamon is also just a natural occurring Digimon that can exist in the digital world without any type of involvement with a 10-year-old fucking girl. So, like, Sakuyamon, like, in, like, art and shit, and, like, in the V-Pets is not a Digivolution of the two. It's just, like, a normal Digimon. However, if you want to bang Sakuyamon, because for some degenerate reason it is Renamon and a 10-year-old girl, I suggest you just go somewhere. Thoughts on the Digivice IC? I just got one. It's a V-Pet. I don't hear people talk about it. A lot of people don't like it. I don't own a Japanese IC. I own an American IC, which is just like a straight up, pretty much a Digivice. You do have to take care of them, but they can't die, so there's really no point. But I from what I hear, it's not enough of a V-Pet, and it's not enough of a Digivice. It's really in the middle, and not in a good way, and that's why I hear people don't like it. Interspecies Reviewers is the name of it. Yes, thank you. Sakuyamon is illegal. Why is she illegal? Not legal. Then fine. Kazuhimon, which is the dark version of her, which has no involvement with any 10-year-old people. So there you go. So Kazuhimon, whatever it is. IC is fun. It's a unique mix of normal V-Pet and XL's mechanics. Now I want to get one, especially after playing with the XL. The XL is really fun. I'm trying hard to change the topic for you. I'm sorry. I don't... we've opened Pandora's box with that one. Version 25 is out. Shit, I just downloaded the last version. I gotta download a new one now. Did I miss your check-in? I need to know what is on your device right now. Just tell us. You don't have to show them. You did miss the check-in. Fuck. Hold on. I'm trying to grind while I'm talking. This is not working out very well. We got Upamon here because we just started this hatch. If we're doing a new hatch. Movie hatch. Hatch a Digimon that showed up in a movie, or a Digimon that represents someone from a movie. Because we're having a world tournament. The Trash Lord's taking over this tournament. So we have Upamon here. We have Jewel Beamon here. Jewel Beamon. Hopefully you can see that. God damn it. There you go. Jewel Beamon. And on this one, we got X Tyrannomon. One of my favorites. So cute. It's something's in there. One of the trash mons definitely hiding in there. Who it is, we don't know. But yeah, that was the check-in. That was way earlier in the stream. Don't worry. Xana, make a video about Xanadu without context. I don't know. Find your favorite moments of shit I've said out of context, and I'll try to make it into a big compilation. That'd be a funny thing to do. The only thing about the IC is that I've noticed compared to other VPETs is that there's no training. There are games, but not like normal training. Wait, so if you do the games, does that count as training? Or is there just no training at all? That's interesting. The Animorphs books? No, that's not what I was talking about. There's like it's like this other diagram. It's animated. It's like a woman, and it's all the way down to like a straight up like fucking like furry, and it's like, where do you draw the line? Wasn't. Yeah, it kind of is. It kind of is. Kazimon pretty much is Zoe in her underwear, which is like weird. I mean, she's not 10, but she's still underage. Even I think by Japanese standards, I think she's only like 13, which is still underage in Japan and still not okay. Even if it's legal in Japan, it's not okay. I'm not condoning that. I'm just saying, no matter where you are, it's fucking weird. But yeah, pretty much was her. I remember watching that as a kid and being very uncomfortable. I also remember being very uncomfortable watching the DNA Digivolution scenes in Tamers because they were like naked essentially. They were glowy, but still like they were naked. It was really weird to watch with my mom in the room. Where does Xanadu come from? Xanadu, without the extra X, is an idyllic place of beauty. Xanax is an anti-anxiety. And so I mixed the two together because I thought it was cool. That's literally as deep as it gets. I just thought it was a cool, edgy name. That was me back in 2016. I think the ICs are cool. Evolution paths are pretty open, but there is a really long gap between when it reaches adult and when it digivolves to perfect. I thought like it depends on what you feed it, and it just automatically evolves. Or I guess it's not like that. Because on the XL, if you feed it that last DNA piece, it evolves immediately. Games raise trust, which is a different meter. It's like the happiness that goes down after the camera. Interesting. Also, Mastemon made me want to master. Mastemon's really cool. I like her design a lot. Her VPET sprite is so fuck. They did her VPET sprite fucking horribly. They did that Digimon so dirty with that VPET sprite. I still like it's such a cool Digimon, but I hate raising it on the Petal 20th because its fucking sprite is so stupid. It looks nothing like her. It's so disappointing. Again, Kazemon line Digimon is different from Kazemon and Frontier specifically. True. Just like with you know, like Dukemon. Dukemon is a Royal Knight. The Royal Knight version of Dukemon has nothing to do with Takuya at all. It's just like there. Shugoriku. Hi. I love like whenever someone says Xanadu, for some reason it makes my name like highlighted. I don't know why. I'm curious about what Bandai Japan is going to unveil on their site in 5 days. Do you have any guesses? I have a few guesses. We know for sure that is a new VPET. We know for sure that it's going to have a higher quality screen. It's not going to be 16 by 16. It's going to be like the Tamagotchi Meets, it seems like. And that's all we know. And that's all I know, at least. Apparently there was some leak somewhere on one of the Malaysian Digimon groups. I can't find the link. But there was a leak on there, and someone apparently like either said what it was going to be or had a prototype device and showed it off in pictures. I don't have a link to that leak, though. I don't know how true that is. Hopefully, once it gets unveiled in a couple days, I think it's a week now, when it gets unveiled, hopefully Cinnabali will show the leak and compare it if it is the same device. But that's all we know. I don't know. I mean, people are thinking it might be a fitness tracker, and I don't really like the sound of that at all. Some people are saying that it is, I don't know. People are saying it might be a fitness tracker. I'm not a huge fan of that. If it does have updated sprites, I'll be happy about that. I mean, the sprite that we saw in that one recent thing where it was like the guy was the guy with his hand out and there's an Agumon. That Agumon is a really cute ass sprite. If the sprite work is like that, then I'm gonna be happy with it. And I hope that it's gonna have some kind of app to go along with it. kind of like, again, the Tamagotchi meets. It's something that people keep asking for. So hopefully we get something like that. It's definitely going to be a toy. People are worried it's just going to be an app. That's not, like, why would they be fucking announcing an app on their toy, website? That doesn't make any sense. I think it is a toy that's going to be able to connect to an app. Again, like the Tamagotchi meets / on. That's all I know. What Digimon are you looking forward to seeing in the TCG? My God, I don't know. I mean, in the American TCG, I want to see Alter S. I mean, he's already in the Japanese sets. As far as someone we haven't seen yet, I mean, we only so far are going up to level 8. Or sorry, level 7. We don't have level 8s or anything. But I would love to see Moon Millenniumon. Excuse me. Moon Millenniumon, who is from the Rio games. That would be a really cool Digimon. It would be cool in a black deck or a purple deck. I like Moon Millenniumon. He's going to be in the new anime for sure. So I feel like he'd be an obvious kind of inclusion in the card game, and I would love to see him. I would also, and I keep fucking asking for this, but I think the card game is going to be the easiest avenue for me to get this. I want to see All Force Veedramon Future Mode, which was exclusive to the V-Tamer manga and hasn't been on anything. He hasn't showed up in fucking anything since then. He showed up in the MMO, but then they removed him. Because, like, Bandai was mad that they included him for some weird reason. And he never showed up again. He's never showed up in any of the V-Pets. I would love to be able to have, like, a new art of him. It would be so sick, too. And we already have V-Tamer 0 and V-Tamer Tai. So, why not? I would love to see a V-Tamer All Force Veedramon Future Mode. I don't know if they would make that a level 6 or a level 5 or something else. I don't know. Oh, Rio Tamer card would be sick as fuck, too. We're actually getting, finally, because Taiga right now, I think, is the only Tamer not from this new anime that showed up in the card game. I think Rina also shows up and Tai from V-Tamer. But in set 4, we're getting Tamers from Savers, actually. We're getting Damon, we're getting the dude, I forgot his name, and the girl. We're getting all 3 of them in the new set 4, which is pretty sick. So we're definitely starting to get Tamers from different series, and I'm fucking hype about that. Definitely want to see Rio from Adventure as a Tamer, and I want to see Rio from Tamers as a Tamer card. That would be super cool. Someone tested the sprite, and it's apparently 3D. What? What do you mean they tested it? How did they test it? That's fucking cool. Like, for the Project VB? I'm really hoping it's a VPET with a companion app with online interactions with other Tamers. I really do too. Then again, we've done that ourselves now. Alpha Link isn't done, but that's what Alpha Link is trying to be right now. Do we need that officially from Bandai? It would be cool, but if we don't get it, I mean, the fans have us covered, thankfully. Yeah, Rio Tamer would be awesome. Yes, Millenniumon is going to be in the anime. That's kind of a spoiler. But he showed up recently. It seems like he might be the big bad right now. There was like a crystal, and the crystal was like seeping this dark energy into a couple of different boss Digimon that they were fighting so far. And in the episode with Dun Devimon, Dark Knightmon swipes up like the crystal. They show it, and inside the crystal for like a split second, like literally like fucking like 2 seconds, you see the outline of the inside of Moon Millenniumon, which is like Millenniumon like as a dragon, little dragon. You see that for like a split second, and then it goes away, and then Nightmon takes it. So I think like that version, like Moon Millenniumon, which is its current form, is like its like locked form. So maybe like it'll like be able to break out of that and become its normal version, which is like Millenniumon or Zed Millenniumon, who knows. But he is in the anime. How they're gonna use him, we don't know yet, but he is in the anime. Again, sorry for the spoilers for other people that haven't caught up with Adventure. And again, surprisingly, no one's fucking talking about it. I don't know why. I'm surprised that, like, I got, I see, things from every episode, all the time when a new episode comes out, be like, oh, look at this Digimon, look at that Digimon. No one. Fucking anyone. I didn't see anyone on Twitter, and anyone I follow at least, or anyone in my sphere. I saw no one talk about the fact that we saw Moon Millennium on in like a couple episodes ago. No one talked about it. It was so weird. Like I was like, how is no one hype about that? Like that's such a hype character. Like Millennium is just so sick. But then again, like those games, a lot of those games are Japanese only, so a lot of people don't know about Ryo's original story before he shows up in Tamers. So, not counting Crow's Wars. Oh, Cross Wars. They need to bring it. They need to bring in other Digimon from V-Tamer like Kalismon and Hermon. That'd be cool. Also, if we get like Arcadimon, like we're getting Deathmon is finally officially available in a VPET on this device on the Nightmare Soldier Z. It's the first device Deathmon has been on officially. The Bandai Asia devices aren't technically official. Bandai Japan, this is the first device he's ever going to be on. So we just got, you know, a Digimon that showed up first in V-Tamer. So if we can get an Arcadimon, that'd be sick. If we can get an Arcadimon on the Digimon card game, that would also be sick. If we can get a fucking Zeo, or what was his name? Neo. If we can get a Neo Tamer card from V-Tamer, that would also be sick. I think Neo is a really cool character. Yeah. But like I said, we're finally starting to get Tamers from other stuff. Like, Taiga was the first to be from, like, not the anime, because he's from the games. And then I think we got Rina after that. Rina works really well with, like, all Force decks. And then now we're getting the Sabers trio as Tamers. So hopefully we'll start getting, like, O2 Tamers. We'll start getting Tamers. We'll start getting Frontier Tamers. That'd be really cool. We're getting a lot of the Frontier Digimon in Set 4 too, like a Goonimon and shit, so I'm hyped for that too. They looked up VB Sprite with 3D glasses ahead of V. Oh shit! I didn't realize that. I gotta see if I can have a pair of 3D glasses. That's pretty sick. I can see that, like a AR, like we've seen VPETs with the AR capability. If you check out the Gigapets have an AR app, companion app. So it could be that, like a companion app where you point it and like he comes out and it's like an AR thing. That would be pretty cool. Digimon needs to fucking do something like that. Because like if Digimon made the equivalent of Pokemon Go, where you can go out there and like see Digimon in real life and shit, it works better with Digimon because that's literally the fucking point of Digimon. Like it's like they're always around us, but like technology allows us to see them. I don't know why they haven't done it yet. If the VPET app, the Project VB, if that app is going to be like that, perfect. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm hoping for. And Regulumon. Yes, that should be so cool. Just make a whole set based off of V-Tamer. I'd be happy with that. Like or like half a set that's all V-Tamer. I'd be so happy because V-Tamer has a lot of sick ass Digimon. Marine Devimon is another really cool V-Tamer Digimon. Although Marine Devimon started showing up in different stuff. But yeah, that's another cool one. I don't think Regulamon has ever been outside of V-Tamer. I don't think so either. Stebby baby, what's up? But yeah, I don't think a lot of the V-Tamer Digimon, I don't think ever like were taken out of V-Tamer. I think they always stayed in there for some weird reason. I don't know if like maybe there's a rights issue where like maybe like the original V-Tamer mangaka doesn't want them using those designs or something. I have no fucking clue. But I would definitely like to see I would like to see Future Mode. It's just such a cool design, and we don't see it at all. It's only been in that one thing, and that's it. I mean, they've been making a lot of V-Tamer references lately, so it's really, really possible because, like, what is it? Daemon X has a reference to V-Tamer in him because on his, like, crotch, like, on his belt, he has the Digimental from V-Tamer. Literally the one that Daemon was trying to get, he has. So technically, Daemon X is like his super ultimate because in the DMX, X evolutions are considered super ultimate. So Daemon got his wish. So do with that information as what you will. We've been getting consistent V-Tamer references, I think, since then, honestly. I forgot the other ones we got recently. But there was that one. We have Tai and Zero in this. We got the 2020 one-shot, which I still haven't read yet, but V-Tamer Tai meets 2020 Tai. So there's a lot of, you know. More Legend Arms, please. Yes, please. We do have a Ragnar Lordmon deck in Japan. Not yet in America, but he is pretty fucking sick. That's another deck I might run. I believe that's good in red and black. That's a red and black deck you can run, which is Ragnar Lordmon. Again, really cool. I like Ragnar Lordmon. I will buy all of the cards if it lets me Jogres Omegamon and Devimon into Skull Satamon, or Ogremon and Skull Satamon, like in V-Tamer. Oh my god, I forgot about that, yeah. I mean, the card game, you can just evolve on top of anything. It's like the V-Pets, where anything can evolve into anything as long as like it's the same color. So, you could technically do that. Also, Adventure 2020 is wasting Spadamon by not using his weapon form. Oh, I haven't seen the most recent episode. I know he showed up, but I'm kind of disappointed that he hasn't. Maybe, who knows? You know, it's too early to say. Who knows? Maybe he'll turn into his weapon form and Leomon will hold him as a weapon. Who knows? I hope so. Because it was cool that he showed up. Because I don't think we've seen him since, like, I think he may have showed up in Cross Wars, and that's it. So it's very interesting. Or lets me do Infinite Jogres Trick Magnadramon. Or Megadramon, sorry. Is there a way to return your own Digimon to your hand in the card game so you could reuse powerful play effects? I want to see Grayson Ovon. Me too. Grayson Ovon would be fucking sick. I want to see the Olympus 13 too. I don't think any Olympus 13 are in this game yet, except for like maybe like one or two. Actually, no, I don't think any of them are in there yet. Is there a way to return your own Digimon to your hand in the card game? I don't know. I don't know. Right now? Right now, I think the only decks that can do that are purple. But the only way to bring them back to your hand is if it's in the trash. Because there's a way to take... There's certain Digimon... Because, like, purple's whole thing is using the trash as a secondary resource pile. So, you know, you put things in the trash. If they get trashed, you get an effect that pops off. Stuff like that. And there is, I think it's Trump Sword or another option card that allows you to take a Digimon from the trash and return it to your hand. But as far as putting on the board and taking off the board and putting in your hand, not really. There are cards that can do it to an opponent's card, but there's not a card that can pop itself. Like, you can't pop yourself in the game yet, from what I can remember seeing from what I've played so far. I don't think you can do that yet. Maybe soon, but not yet. It'll probably be in blue if it exists. I think so too. Either blue or purple. But then again, purple would just be from the trash. If you want from the board back to your hand, maybe blue, because blue can do that with a couple of option cards, a couple of Digimon effects. It can pop something back to your hand and trash all the Digivolution on the bottom of it. So, like I said, as far as returning to your own hand, I'm not too sure. Oh, Sarismon is in. She breaks green as a color. Ooh, can't wait. It'll probably be... Sarismon, and I think we are getting another set in set 4. That is what the fuck I like. Yeah, blue does bounce. Okay. Can blue bounce itself though? I think it's only opponent. I think the card specifically says opponent's Digimon. Can it self bounce or is it only opponent's Digimon? Because I remember you bounced a couple of my cards, but I don't remember if it said a Digimon or an opponent's Digimon. Because if that's the case, then maybe you could do some kind of, I wouldn't say a hand loop, but maybe like in a combo where you bounce your card back. Like you play a card, bounce it back, play it again if you could, I guess. I don't know. I literally fucking have a bunch of blue cards. And the blue deck. But I'm too lazy to burn them out, obviously, as you can see. I'm thinking of taking all my purples and blacks together and see if I can make some kind of deck with it. I think I can make maybe like maybe a Rookie Rush deck or a level 4 Rush deck. But I don't think I can make anything really substantial. Because I have some really cool level 6 Digimon for purple, but I don't think I have enough to make like a competent deck. What do you think the Digimon announcement will be? It's going to be a new VPET. We know that for sure. It's a new VPET, but as far as what the hell it is exactly, we don't know yet. But it is a new VPET toy that might have some kind of connectivity to an app. And that's about it. Only opponents, but I feel like it will get the option soon. DBS did the same thing with Blue. Oh, shit. Well, look at that. Okay. So, sooner than later, Blue's going to get even more busted. Can't wait for that. It would be cool to keep wiping the field with that one card you were talking about earlier. Well, the only cards that field wipe so far are level 6s. And level 6s that field wipe so far, you have to digivolve into them for them to field wipe. So it keeps you from... It keeps you... What's the word? Okay. It keeps you from... Okay, let's say, like... You digivolve into Omegamon Ultra S, right? Or Omnimon Ultra S. Board wipe. Boom. If you were to pop that back to your hand... You'd have to evolve over again to get that board wipe. You can't just, like, drop it hard and get the board wipe. I don't think there's a way to do that yet. Personally. Could be wrong, but I don't think there's a way to do that yet. Could be a thing that gets added later in, but it might be too game breaky. So they might wait. I mean, they might wait another year or a couple years before they do something that ridiculous. But who knows? There's already a new. There's the Digiburst mechanic, which like allows you to like detach evolution materials to burst up to a level 6 or 7. At reduced cost or something like that. That's coming in set 4. I'm still not too sure how it works, but we're not going to get it in America anytime soon, so I'm not worrying about it too much. Obviously, when March comes around, I'm pretty sure that's going to be a very common thing to do. I think right now only green decks can use it, or I think green and black can use it so far. Okay, I mean, I'll take some of the green cards. I don't need all of them. I need to look over your green cards again. I definitely need some Digitama. I definitely need... Again, I'm... We'll see what happens. So there wouldn't be any card advantage by doing that. If it's Omnimon, I don't know. Probably not. But like I said, right now, with an Omnimon deck... I mean, if you had a blue Omnimon deck, you can only bounce opponent's cards. You can't bounce your own cards. Or pop your cards. So I don't really know yet. I don't think there's no strategy yet that can constantly kind of wipe the field, unless, of course, like I said, you are running multiple Omnimon and you're able to get into them. All right, bet. Yeah, when is do you remember when that 1K tournament's supposed to be? Because I forgot what day it is. I know I could totally check on my phone and go on their Facebook, but I don't think it's on their Facebook page yet. Because I kind of want to do the 1K tournament, but I kind of don't. I don't know. Bouncing Omnimon Ultra S would be good against multiple Digimon blockers. Yeah. But, like if you bounce Ultra S, he's back in your hand. You have a level 6 on the board, and then I guess you just leave the level 6 on the board, and hope that your opponent can't swing over that immediately on his next turn. I think that the I don't remember either. It's all right. I gotta look up the webcam tournament link too, because I'm gonna do the webcam tournament. That's this month. Yeah, like you would need to make sure that you keep your level 6, or you have another level 6 that you can put that back on, so you can get that board wipe again. Are there any obvious cards to know that 2-for-1 your opponent? I don't think there's a 2-for-1 yet. Well, hold on. Let me look at the red option cards. I think there's a couple red option cards that could 2 for 1, but it's got to be real specific. They have to be a certain like amount of how you like the card game and how it plays. I fucking love it. I really do. I think it's really fun. A lot of people would say that it doesn't have a lot of player interaction, and there is player interaction, but it's just like it's different. And it really feels like a card game version of the V-Pets, where like you are raising your Digimon and then you're fighting them when they're ready to fight. And then you can always attack your opponent directly, which I think is interesting. It makes games feel different because you're always open. Obviously, there are blockers that you can stop from attacking you directly, which is a strategy you could use, but you don't have to use. So it's very interesting the way it works. The memory gauge system is super interesting because you can really like pull some clutch plays, or you can screw your opponent over. They can screw you over. It's real interesting tug of war. I really like it. I really, really do. If this wasn't Digimon, I still think it would be an interesting card game. The fact that it is Digimon does help for it, though. Yeah, but yeah, I'm loving it so far. I really am. Let me see. Yeah, I don't see. Just looking at all my cards now. I feel like there's one card that can 2 for 1, but it's like super specific. I guess I don't have it here. I could have swore there was a card that said like you can delete multiple if they're under like 4,000, if they're under 5,000. There are some cards that can 2 for 1, but it's like a specific effect. I think I gotta look it up again. There are some cards that 2 for 1, but usually it's not like a guaranteed, like it could be anything. There's usually some kind of caveat, like they have to be a certain amount of DP for you to be able to 2 for 1 it. I think some of them can even be 3 for 1. Like if you're playing against like a rookie rush deck, which is like a popular type of deck where people just have a bunch of rookies that rush your security immediately. There's some decks like that where you can a 2 for 1. You can literally almost like 5 for 1 because a lot of rookies are under either 4 or 3,000. Memory is all the player interaction you need. Like if I drop a 10 cost, what am I allowing the opponent to do with that memory? Yeah, I mean, I would consider that player interaction too. I think that people, I don't personally think that. I think I was hearing some people say that when I was at the pre-release event, and I think they're just more used to playing like a card where like you have to attack the opponent's card to do something, like a Yu-Gi-Oh or other stuff like that. Or this game you don't do that, and like you said, the memory gauge is enough of a player interaction where it's just like, yeah, you can really play around with the amount of memory you're giving your opponent. You can really your opponent drops a 10 card, you have all this memory. You can use all that, and right when you're at the end, you drop a 2 cost when you're at like 1, you give them 1 memory. They're fucked. Like they can't do much. It's great. I love it. I really do. I think yellow can do it because they minus DP. Yes, yellow can do it because if they can minus DP. One of them does it twice, so if you're weak enough, you can reduce to 0 and destroy them both. Yes. I think there's something in the green deck that can 2 for 1. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm looking through my cards right now. I could have swore there's a card that could also do that. Like they can just delete a Digimon under a certain amount. Actually, a possible 2 for 1 could also be, I think, Dukemon. Because Dukemon is if you have a red Tamer. Yeah, so Dukemon is if you have a red Tamer in play, you delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. And then when you attack, you can trash one of your opponent's security cards for every 10 cards in their trash. So if they have 20 cards in their trash, that's 2 security cards you're getting rid of. On top of a 6,000 DP or less Digimon. So that could, like, 3 for 1. If you're, and I think that's a direct counter to Purple, because Purple likes pitching their cards to the grave, and Dukemon and Beelzebumon are like rivals. So I think that's why he gets that ability. It's supposed to be a direct counter to Purple decks, which is another thing I love about the Digimon card game. They work in lore, references, things from the anime. Like there's a purple Wizardmon that if you have a yellow on the field and it dies, you get retaliation, which means you delete the Digimon that deleted it. And that's directly referencing, Wizardmon's sacrifice in the original anime. It's like fucking genius. I love it. There's a recent Metal Greymon card that just came out recently. I think it's either in set 3 or 4. The background is one of the places in Digimon World 1. It's fucking awesome. I love it. I think the memory system is cool compared to Mana and Magic. Seems like games could get swingy quick. It really could. Or you can drag them out. I've had both. I've had matches where like it's pretty quick, and I've had matches where it gets dragged out, and your opponent is giving you just literally one memory constantly, and then you're like, fuck it, and you drop a high cost card, and then you give them all this play, and that's pretty much what they're working up to. All right, Megatron Decepticon, thanks so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. I look forward to the World Tournament too. I'll see you there. I'll make sure to do like a proper announcement and everything so that everyone can actually get ready and whatnot. It'll be fun. Well, I'm out of time, Frazier. Almost time for Frazier. You're thinking of one that gives you the choice between tapping 1 Digimon or 2 level 5s. I think I am. Whoever is making those cards definitely cares a lot about the source material. How do you stop bot comment? I don't know. Is there a bot in here commenting? You report them, or you tell me and I report them. The cards, the reason why the cards have so many references packed into them is because they're made by actual fans. A lot of the card art are done by famous fan artists or just other artists in general that like legitimately care about Digimon and reference stuff that they like from it. So that's why we were getting so many references in a lot of the card art. I think it's because of that. And that's always a good sign when like you have like official art being made, and newer art especially being made for a card game. It means that they're putting money into it and they want it to succeed, because that's fucking expensive to commission this much art. Like there's so much art. I mean, there's a color for like almost every Digimon, and then I don't know what the fuck is happening in the other room. There's like 5 Agumon now, but they all have a different art. Like that's nuts. That's expensive. Speaking about Digimon who hasn't appeared in like 18 years is a cameo on Toy Agumon's card. Oh, cool. I gotta look that up. Shine Greymon was the yellow card I was thinking of. You have enough Tamers, you can potentially wipe a whole board. Oh, that's nice. So a Tamer heavy Shine Greymon deck. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah. I gotta playtest my newer red deck. I switched up my red deck. I wanted something a bit more aggressive. I have like 4 copies of Groundramon that has piercing. I'm gonna try to, because I'm pretty sure that piercing stacks with security attack +1. So if I pierce, I get that security attack, and then I get another security attack, and I think you can get like 3 securities with a Digimon with piercing and security attack +1 times 2. At least I think so. It's meta in Japan. Ooh, that's what the fuck I like. So yeah, that'll probably get me to play a yellow deck. Not that I don't like the current yellow deck meta or like whatever they do. I like it. It doesn't scream to me though. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love Seraphimon. He's so cool. I love Seraphimon. He's really cool, and I pulled this recently. But I don't know. Who is my favorite Digimon? Jesus Christ, I don't know. I have a lot. I like Rustyrannomon a lot. I love Terriermon. I really like Rapidmon. I don't know who else. That's definitely my top three. I like All Fours Veedramon. I like Alphamon. I love Dorumon and like Dorumon's entire line, even his alternate lines with Dorugamon. I love Dorumon. I love Alphamon. Some of my favorites. But I really can't pick one. If I had to pick one, I gotta pick one. It's Terriermon. I love Terriermon. So cute. I know security attack stacks. Never thought about it working with piercing. Yeah, see, like I don't know that. Like I want to see if that is the thing, because like that's kind of the idea of my current red deck, is trying to get piercing with security attack +1 and seeing and just trying to like immediately end the game. I don't know though. I don't know if that's possible. Can we do that? Is that legal? Does that work like that? I don't know. I'll find out sooner than later though. I pulled the Penzi just for Imperial Paladin because Imperial Paladin mode is so cool. He is cool as shit. I mean, I know I had a negative reaction to finding out that he's on all devices, but it's like a secret Jawgrass for all the devices. So it's like, okay, I get it. It's fine. I like that. Yes. Wait, can it? Is that possible? Because then this deck I have, if I can get it to pop off, this deck I just made, my red deck, it's pretty good. I don't have 4 Terraforce, sadly, but it's still pretty good. So, if it does stack, piercing and security attack +1, I like that. I'm trying to see, like, these, like, promos from the 0.0, like, has anyone made, like, a competitive deck with those? Like, using those? I don't see them ever in, like, any decks. I'm thinking of maybe trying to do something with them in my red deck. I don't see why not. I don't see why not either. I don't know. I never looked up the official ruling. I didn't know, like, maybe, well, who knows? Maybe I was like, who knows? Maybe there is some kind of weird caveat where you can't do that for some weird reason. Because that'd be pretty sick. Because then what you can do, you know, if you have a beefy enough Groundramon, or not Groundramon. Is it Groundramon? What the fuck is his name again? Alrighty. I will see you later. Thank you so much for chilling out. I'm probably going to end the stream soon. Because we're getting down to the wire, and I've been streaming for like 3 hours now, which is nuts. Let's see here. Groundramon, right? Isn't it Groundramon? Breakdramon. I'm stupid. Breakdramon. Breakdramon is an 11,000 level 6 with piercing. I don't have any baby Demons. Like, I have them, but I didn't put them in the deck yet because I don't know if I'm gonna really need that. Because what it does is if it's really specific. That's why I don't want to run it. If your Digimon has piercing, it gains, I think, 1,000 DP, which is nice. But it's just like the other ones just give 1,000 DP just in general. Why would I kind of lower my? Why would I make it like a smaller use? You know. Good luck with your Z's. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for reminding me that I need to take care of Upamon. I gotta grind up to the level 3. Shine was still a top deck, but his effect only targets 1 Mon. That's okay. That's still good. I mean, if they bring out their boss monster, you know, early game, or even if they bring it out in general and then you bring that out, you can get rid of it. Or at least be able to swing over it, because that's the thing about yellow is about gaining security and lowering your opponent's Digimon to the point where they either delete themselves or you can just swing over them. which is an interesting strategy. It's just not usually a strategy I would go for. I'm not exactly a raw power kind of person, but I at least need like some kind of monkiness, you know, which is like big, strong. You know, red is like, that's why I picked red, because red is like, you know, big, strong boys. You bring them out. You try to get a security +1 on them as many times as possible. You swing, and, you know, Bob's your uncle. One thing that I definitely would like to upgrade my red deck with, I don't know if it exists, but a Digimon with the inheritable skill jamming. That would be really fucking broke. I don't know if there's any cards yet in this set, at least, that have jamming as an inheritable effect on red. I know black gets it, and I think purple might get it too in set 3, or BT3, which is going to be 1.5 here. I don't know. But I do hope we get something like that for red, because that would be pretty busted if you could have like piercing, security attack +1 twice, and also jamming. Like that's ridiculous. Like that, you can almost end the game with that, if you play aggressive enough, or at least just put your opponent at a severe disadvantage. I'm trying to level up Upamon at the moment, because like so far we've gotten the bad care one like twice in a row, because it's not that I'm picking favorites, it's just that for some reason, even though this one was supposed to be the golden goose, this was supposed to be the one I was going to put the most love and care into because it had the most newer Digimon, I haven't been, and I'm sorry for that. So yeah. Although I do remember best care, it gives you Agumon. I don't really want Agumon, but I don't know. How many turns does an average game last? It really depends. There's really like a game could last like, I don't. Again, it depends. It really depends on how you and your opponent are playing with your memory. Because if you can get enough Digimon out on one turn, like if you're playing a red deck, you could end a game pretty quickly, like in a couple turns. But if you're playing one of the kind of longer decks, like a yellow, you can drag the game out pretty long. But matches usually don't last any more than like 15 minutes, I want to say, and that's like, I would say 5 on average. But like I said, depending on who you're playing against, they could totally drag it out to like 10 or 12. Because when I was playing with someone who was running a yellow deck, they kept giving me like one memory. Like they were able to play their cards right to the point where like I was only being left with one memory, so I couldn't do much on my turn. And then I finally just said fuck it and started dropping high numbers. So yeah. Yeah, Greymon for, I know black. Black gets it. I know black gets jamming. But I don't know if red has anything that gives it jamming. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I want to run a black deck, because black has some of the evil boys. It's got kind of like a powerful presence. And it can do some real funky, really funky, funny ass shit where you can just, you know, with Alter S, do an entire board wipe, which is like, so far I think Alter S is the only Digimon that can do that, and for some weird ass reason they gave that broken ass ability not to Omnimon but to Alter S. I find that funny. You'd expect like that kind of brokenness to be on like the main Omnimon, but no, it's on the other version of Omnimon. He gets this really busted ass you know, board wipe. I mean, it's not a guaranteed board wipe, but more often than not, you're wiping a couple or like almost all of your opponent's cards on their board. Like, it's pretty funny. And that's again the main reason why I'm trying to run black and get all my shit ready for black. But then again, I mean, by the time, I'm definitely buying another box. I can't help it. I'm buying another box in January. Maybe not. but I might. Along with that, I'm definitely buying a box for 1.5. At least one, maybe two. We'll see. And then for, set 4, BT4, I'm buying a box for that. So I'm going to buy a box at least once per release. Again, supporting my card shop, supporting the game, and it makes me happy. And I think with all that, I'll be able to make something good with any color at that point. I feel like, personally, it's almost impossible because like the amount of fucking cards you get is 12 cards per pack, 2 rares guaranteed. The second rare could either, it's not really 2 guaranteed rares, but rare is guaranteed, and then either a super rare, secret rare, or another rare. It's pretty good, pretty good odds. You get a lot of cards even with half a fucking box. And again with the starter decks, they also come with another pack of cards. So it's just a lot of cards. I have so many cards. It's going to be almost impossible not to be able to make some kind of competent deck out of almost any color at that point because I'm going to have so many fucking cards. It's kind of nuts. But yeah, definitely getting down to the wire here. I'm going to probably end the stream in let's say 3 more minutes. I'll end the stream. So if you want to ask any more questions about either Digimon card game, random shit, the V-Pets, anything like that, now's your chance. Could the card game be drafted? I don't think so. I don't think so. There's not enough strategies you can do with just a completely random pack, like a random, like if you got I don't know, how much is a draft usually? Like a couple. It's a couple packs, I think, or something like that. Enough packs, obviously, to make a 50 card deck. So if we were doing that, I don't think out of that, draft, you'd be able to make a competent enough mono deck. And there's not enough cards that can easily splash into other colors yet. I think option cards you can just play whenever. I don't think you need that color on the field. I could be wrong. But I think option cards can splash into anything, whereas Tamer cards, you need that color in play to play the Tamer. So yeah. I don't know. I mean, DG talked about that. I don't know if we got that on camera. 8 people, 3 packs with Magic. Maybe 4 packs with Digimon. It would have to be maybe 4. It would have to be 4 packs. Definitely have to be 4 packs because it's 12 cards per pack, and it's a hard 50 cards per deck. So it has to be at least 4 or 5. I don't know if we got it on camera, but DG was talking. DG's also he's in chat, but he was talking about it when we were at the. Oh yeah, totally. That's true. Or 3 people, 8 packs. I think that's what I mean. But yeah, DG talked about doing draft and Digimon, and he was talking about how it would probably be really difficult or just weird. What's my favorite V-Pet? Probably the Digimon X3 or the D Cyber. Honestly, probably the X3. I like the X3 a lot. It's really fun. Or the Digimon 20th. That's also a really good one. It's my top 3 for sure. They would have to do special rules that they point with the draft rules at that point. That's the point. I don't play DBZ, but they said draft sets hurt the game. I believe you don't need Rex for Tamer cards. Oh, okay. So Tamer cards don't need it, but option cards do. Interesting. Because I know one of those two, you have to have a rep, a rec, to play them. I think it might be option or Tamer. It's one or the other. This doesn't have the card rules on it. Where do I have? I think I have the rules on. Let's see here. I don't know. It doesn't say it in this one, but I gotta find like a full thing of rules. Magic changed the deck size requirement from the normal 60 to 40 cards to account for it. Okay. So Tamer. Okay. Option cards need a Digimon or a Tamer of the same color on the field unless it was activated by security. So that's interesting. So you could, theoretically, splash an option from another color into your color. However, if you don't have a Digimon or... Yeah, this is the KH3 Frozen music. I wanted to use This Is Halloween, but I don't know if that would trigger the DMCA bot. Because it does sound very similar to the actual song. So I just used this one. It's still whimsical. It's still, like, you know, Christmassy. Okay, so. Option cards you can splash into different decks. But if you don't come up as security, you essentially have a dead card unless you have a Tamer or a Digimon of that color. So it's a real scary option you got going on there. Ugh. Interesting. Thinking about that right now. Oh my god. We've been on this shit for 3 hours. I don't know how people stream for longer than 3 hours. It's madness. My voice hurts. I'm tired. Some other third thing. Yeah. That's what I was going to do during the tourney, but I didn't want to essentially dead card in the deck. Yeah. I remember it was one of the black cards. It was one of the black rares we pulled. It's a really good security card, but it is... That's, like, so situational, you know? You have to, like, pray to God that it's one of your top 5 cards when you start the game. And even if you're running, like, 4 ofs, there's a chance it might not show up in the security deck. It's very interesting. But yeah, I'm out of here. I'm gone. I'm putting the Digimons away. But yeah, that's really it for me. I'm gonna go. I really do appreciate everyone for watching. Huge shout out to my patrons: Casey Joes, Omega Scourge, Fate A, Josh, and Josh. There's 2 Josses. Yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Just wanted, like I said, oh god, I'm dropping cards everywhere. Anyway, I just wanted to do like a, you know, just like a chill stream. Just wanted to chill out and hang out and just talk instead of doing the usual playing something. Next time we'll play something though, for sure. Either World or Among Us or something. We'll play something. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Oh yeah, yellow would be great to do that. I'm keeping that in mind. That's a very that's a really good that's a really good strategy. But yeah, I'm gonna go for reals. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You guys are the best. Huge shout out to Deej in the chat. Thank you so much for helping me out with this card game journey. For being so so awesome and helping me out, because I don't know shit. So yeah, that's it. Again, I'm gone. Bye.